All right, welcome everyone to the 40th Solace Podcast. I'm Necro, your host, Solace General. Let's get started with some quick introductions from everybody and what you're doing in game. I am just working on some RC. Maintain.
Hey, my name is DK Ho, Solace General. I'm just doing some herb lore, making some range potions.
I'm Fe Papi, DT Skiller, Solace Brown Star. That's about it. I'm doing a herb run.
Yo, what's up? My name is Glads the Fish, General in Solace. Currently doing some runecrafting.
Yo, Spooky, Solace Corporal, currently mining, going for 200 mil.
Yo, Unreal. I'm doing CMI and I'm a recruit.
Donkey Kong. Drift King.
All right, cool. So our first topic is what sparked your guys' interest in post 99 skilling? So you can talk about what got you into playing old school, and then what was it that changed your mindset into more focused skilling goals? So I guess for me, I just started playing because my friends were playing. I always liked skilling, but what got me into like 200 mils was the first comp I played, which was the Terry comp in 2022. I played in that comp and then ended up joining like a kind of social skilling clan that some of you may know, and then shortly after that I joined Solace, and it's just been a wrap from there.
What was the social skilling clan?
SKSC.
It was called SKSC, yeah.
Okay.
Big.
Probably the second best
Very
skilling
big.
clan now, ironically.
The pipeline. Many such cases. Another victim of that pipeline on the podcast, actually.
I'll go next. Oscar Escape. So I got into it after doing some competitive video gaming with Smash Bros, but I got burnt out of it, so decided to, take a break, play something more relaxing, spend a bit less time on the PC and on games. But here we are. We got into post 99 skilling, so I really enjoy just the consistency, all the different methods, and just kind of just playing every day and seeing how far you can go. And yeah, just 6-7 years later, we are still skilling post 200 mil, so that says a lot. I'd say my game mode is. Did we cover that, Necro? Or was that the second question? The game mode.
Yeah, you can go in your game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. I am very bad at using the Grand Exchange and trading, so I decided to do the mode that trading is not a factor. So that is at the core principle why I decided to do Iron Man.
Good. One of my friends was watching the skilling podcasts, and I thought they were really funny. And I tried out skilling and realized it's way more fun than PVM. So now I'm playing 5,000 hours of this game a year.
Very
Why
nice.
Iron Man? It's way more fun than main.
Oh.
Well, that's just not true, but
I mean, it just is.
No.
Donkey Kong. Drift King.
I think like I had the iron before I started skilling, and then I don't know, it was just the account I was playing on. Yeah.
did you ever play main, or were you always iron?
Well, like so, my main is like 10 years old, and I played it like because like Iron Man wasn't out.
Yeah.
But like Iron Man came out, and I made the account, and I think I was like raiding on the main, and then playing the iron. And then I don't know, I just kind of got to that stage on the iron. I was like, if I play main. Yeah.
Okay. So I played RuneScape when I was a kid in the computer lab, the whole mini clip era. And then I would like occasionally log back in, several years later, maybe like 2 years break at a time. And I would just be spawned in a different place and everything was completely different. so it never really stuck with me again. And then Old School was revealed to be coming out, and I gave that a try. Didn't really think about taking it seriously because I never really took RuneScape seriously to begin with. And I think I ended up just doing wood cutting. I think I like splashed. Used to be able to abuse splashing and just splash forever. So I think I did that while I was in college. And then I didn't play for a long time. I came back at some point and started actually playing on this account. And then I met some people from Solace that were kind of mixed into the Call of Duty community at the time, which is where I came from. And I started fishing post 99, and that's kind of how we got here. So Iron didn't exist when I made my account, so that's why I'm not an Iron Man. And yeah, I don't fuck with them anyways.
Yeah, for me, maybe I think it was a friend that showed the game to me originally, like all the membership stuff. And I think I really liked the 99 skilling capes, so I started going for those, like specific skills. Get 99 in those, and then eventually get the max cape, and then that was so fun. So we had to go for the post 99 as well, and complete the skills. And yeah, game mode. I've had this account for like probably like 10 plus years, and it's been a main. So this has always been my RuneScape account. So that's why I play the main. I think I haven't really tried playing an Iron Man like seriously. So that's why I stick with the main, and I do like it. I think better than an Iron Man.
Nice, man. Yeah, we need more mains.
Do I go? Okay. Well, I started like what you were done, right, Spooky?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I started like a year ago, and I started because there was this Tile Man series on my YouTube recommended, which is kind of disgusting, but whatever.
Oh my god,
And
bro.
Who's Tileman series?
yeah, okay, bro.
Tell us more about that.
It's by this indie creator. It's called Zeld. I don't know. It's pretty much a loser, but for some reason I really like the series at the point. Well, I don't know. I kind of just liked the fact that it was like so simple. I think because he's like just cutting fucking trees and shit, and I was like, holy shit, sick! You can cut trees and shit, you know. So then I loaded the game. I cut trees like behind the Bob tutor guy for like 2 weeks. Then I said this game is dog shit. There's nothing to do. Then I got bored again like a week later, I think, and I was like, okay, I'll boot it up once more time. I needed like a guide to follow, so I searched up Osiris guide and I started following that. Remember, I had to like Google where Drainer was and shit, and then just kept following that. And yeah, eventually, I think I found the Iron Man speedrun thing because I wanted to like do a route until max. Then I started fishing, doing barb lore, and that method was so fun. It was my first tick manip that I don't know, I didn't want to stop. So I did a bit post, and then I was just like, I don't know, I can't see myself doing PVM, so I might as well use skill.
Big.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah, I picked an Iron Man because Cell picked an Iron Man, so that's it.
Would
It's
you want to
actually-
be an Iron Man? You think?
What?
If you could choose again, would you still be an Iron Man?
Maybe not. I don't. Maybe probably not. We'll see. I don't know.
Beast.
It's actually crazy that Tile Man spawned an Iron Man skiller. That's just insane
Yeah.
to me.
So I've got a question, Emil. You never played the original RuneScape, I presume?
No, I'm too young. I think that game wasn't popular when I was. So I'm 17. So I don't know when it was popular, but I would have been like 5 probably. So I don't think I was old enough.
Many such cases. No.
But yeah.
All right, cool. Let's move on. Our next topic is a big one. Let's talk sailing. There's kind of a lot to talk about. We had a alpha that happened recently, as well as a fall autumn release, like soft release date that they talked about during the RuneFest summit. So there's kind of a lot we can get into, but let's start by talking about the alpha. So did you guys participate in the playtest? What were your expectations? Did your opinions change for the better or worse after trying it? What do you guys think?
So I actually did play the alpha a little bit. My experience was, I think I was more happy with the skill after, but not by much. I was expecting like a complete car crash, but you could kind of see like the basic focus was like getting the movement down. But even then, there were still cases where like I ran my ship into like a dead end and I couldn't get out, which like is kind of crazy. I think they kind of screwed up in terms of like they only gave you like levels 1 to 3. For those who were aware, they only gave you levels 1 to 3, and they gave you like a few things. So you got to sail from like I don't know what the new island was called, but you sailed from there to Port Sarim, and you get some XP by doing like a few tasks, and you can do things like salvaging and barracuda trials. I think those were the big ones. I think I'd need like another like a beta or another thing to kind of get more excited by it, but I don't think them giving us like levels 1 to 30 is like a good sign, because but you can't decide like how good the skill is going to be just from the first 30 levels, because like let's be honest, like every other skill you fly through that in like what like 2 hours, 3 hours or something like that. So I want to see
You just
more.
quest
Yeah, that too. Like
Yeah.
it's funny. Like
Just
now,
quest it
no
up.
low levels you just quest this. Like the low level part of like skills doesn't really decide the skills, but I am not very excited, put it that way. But I could enjoy it, I think, eventually. Maybe not to 200 mil, but at least playing it for a little bit. I think I'd enjoy it a bit. But I'm quite a optimistic guy in terms of these updates.
You are training the skill, man. Don't
Me?
fucking yeah.
I don't want to.
Don't pretend you aren't.
I don't
Yeah, you're
want
gonna
to,
be
man. It's so
You're gonna be
long.
doing like 150s, bro. Come on now.
Don't have time to do that.
I don't know. I wonder if they'll like purposely like not have like quests that give XP at the start, just to like give you more content to do. Like it's like skipping like fucking all the low level shit. Like such a waste of time to develop.
I could definitely see
Yeah.
it being that way, where there's like not really any quests or anything to skip the early game early on. Like down the line,
I
this
think
is like all stuff that people just will not do.
Yeah, they had the quest that's like teaches you how to do it right in the alpha. Maybe they'll like keep that or improve it or whatever. I don't know, but I did not play the sailing alpha. It looked better than expected, so I guess I'm happy. But the deadline of what do you say, autumn, is too early, and I wouldn't be able to finish first. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a hard deadline, not really a soft deadline from what I've heard, which is really boring.
That's bad too.
Interesting.
Like,
Where'd you hear that?
Yeah.
have to do that.
Inside sources.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Inside sources, man.
So
It's such a bad way to do things. Like they just have to rush to get it done before a certain deadline. I don't know.
Yeah.
After all this shit that they went through to get this thing into the game, that's how they're gonna handle the release of that. I don't know. I don't really like that.
I mean, like if it's like really not ready, I feel like surely they'd be able to like take a step back and go like, hey, this is like not a good idea. But I think if it's like only mildly unfinished, I don't think they'll delay it. So, but yeah, like I don't know, I was pretty happy. Like Carvo was doing all the speed runs and not speed runs, speed trials, whatever they're called, and he was happy. I think Jai High did it as well. And people like seem to like the methods, but it really I don't know, it looked kind of you're just gliding on water. Like it didn't really look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have like
Oh,
kind of high hopes for the Barracuda trials. I do hope that they're fun. And another thing is I hope that they're like that's like the meta for like the top end XP rather than some like really weird shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
saw.
hope the tick manip
you
is
saw
like not
Heat
good.
Box,
That
right?
looks
That is meta.
really boring.
Yeah, I
That looks
agree.
so fun. I hope that meta.
That
I
looks
think
terrible.
that'd be
man.
fun
That's
for
just
like if it's like 50 to 60, like
Bro,
just doing that. I
just
think
mix
that'd
it
be
together
okay,
for
but
fun.
not
That
to
sounds
like
sick.
200 mil.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Make it harder and like make it a gatherer for fun.
Just make it a gatherer. I agree.
Just make it
Yeah.
4
I-
rocks in the ocean and just call it a day.
Okay. I don't think it'll ever be outclassed after the trials, and I think they know that because there's just not as much you can do on the water. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope the kind of like exploration aspect at least brings something of interest.
Yeah. Have you been saving any skills in anticipation, Poppy,
Uh,
or playing differently on how you're approaching?
yes.
Yeah.
So
Probably don't
like,
have that much left to save, do you?
well, I mean, I'm still quite a while off, but it's more I'm saving my zero time, so it's like I'm gonna need an extra 3 months ish. I mean, I expect it to be about 800 hours. It's like I'm gonna need an extra 3 months of zero time. So like, I'm just not really touching woodcutting, uh, even though I wouldn't like finish before it. Um, I think I'd have to train like 50 mil without sailing, but otherwise, no, not really. I can't really play around it that much. Like, I've only
Yeah.
got
Hmm.
so much I can do. But yeah, I guess not training woodcutting and not training con as a, I mean, because you use con or woodcutting for con, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I did participate in the sailing alpha. My expectations were really low going in. I'm not a fan of how they handled getting this into the game. I think that they did it in probably the worst way possible, but it might have been the only way to actually get it into the game for them. It was just super unclear, and it just didn't seem like they had everyone's best interest in mind when they pushed this skill into the game over some of the other ones. Um, so yeah, and based on like what they had shown us, it looked like they were still working on figuring out movement, and it had been a long time since they told us that they were working on it. When I played it, I was pleasantly surprised by the movement. It wasn't anything special. You are literally just like walking in a straight line, but you're on the water and on a boat. Um, but it didn't feel as terrible as I assumed it would. I thought it just would hardly function to begin with. Um, the content that I thought was kind of interesting. I mean, I think that the port tasks and things like that are a little bit boring. I can see how for like Iron Men it could be interesting just because I feel like the Iron Man meta is very multi-skill heavy, and I think it might be the most efficient way for Irons to train it. If I'm kind of thinking of ideas, it would be like, you sail out to an island, and for your port task, you need to catch. It would basically be like Artisan, but built into sailing. I hope that that's not the most efficient way to train sailing for all accounts. I would like to see Barracuda trials be the highest XP per hour in sailing that you can get in the game. I don't know if I really like the 2-tick shipwreck salvage plus wind catcher method that Hebox found. Um,
Or,
I it may if it ends up being like that, I'll do it, but it just doesn't look very organic to me. I don't really know how to explain it. It doesn't really make much sense for like the spirit of the skill. Um, with like fishing and mining, when you're bug abusing those doing 3-tick, you're just mining faster and you're fishing fast. You're still doing things faster. You're just standing on your boat clicking shit. So I don't know. I think as long as we have a high or a higher XP per hour rate than anything else, just doing things like the Barracuda trials, I think I'm pretty optimistic for the future of the skill. I really don't want to see the whole meta get changed to where you have to rush sailing on a brand new account and finish that first, or else you're missing out on a ton of bonus XP.
yeah, that's
Uh,
kind of my worry as well.
yeah. Uh, I don't know. They've It used to just be like you rush Winter Todd or whatever on an iron and stuff like that. But I think that that's sort of been taken away. over the years, and I hope that this doesn't just come in and take its place instantly. Because I just don't think a new skill should have the entire rest of the game revolve around it on release. I just don't think that makes any sense. Yeah, I haven't thought about how it would affect my account at all. I don't really care that much about macro play. So
From what
it
I've
is what it
heard,
is.
like on release, they're
Yeah.
gonna just get their main focus is like getting the skill out. They're not gonna like be that heavy on like the rewards and integrate it into existing content and making it seem as useful. So their main focus is just getting the skill out, making sure it's like enjoyable to train and well designed. So
That's good to hear.
maybe in
Yeah.
like a few years it'll be like OP, like to
Yeah.
do, like sell to like new OP island that drops you all the resources you need on your Iron Man. But I mean, to be fair, nowadays Iron Man early game is pretty inflated in terms of what you can do. So there's many other ways to like not just do Winter Todd on Iron Man now.
Yeah.
How about you, Spooky and Unreal? You guys are pretty new. How's the sailing coming into the game affect you guys? Do you think about it much with your accounts? Are you kind of changing how you're gonna route your 200 mils in any way?
I haven't thought about it that much, but seeing like that maybe some multi-skilling is possible with it. I'm not I'm not planning to do any of those skills right away. Like I'm saving fletching and maybe some herb lore, not rushing those immediately. I played the alpha for like 20 minutes, did the early port tasks, I think they're called. And yeah, it seemed I was positively surprised as well. Went into it thinking kind of train wreck, but it was nice like seeing that you could actually see other players sailing around there. That seemed to work pretty well, and I don't know. I'm definitely one of those players who are I'm excited for the release of sailing. I think it's gonna be great. But yeah, I don't think that affects my account like in the present that much, since I'm doing mining now anyway. So
Would you be
Do you
upset
think sailing is the
if
right
it
skill?
gives you like a new method? Like let's just say they give you a better 3-tick 4G on a new island and you have to train sailing.
yeah, I would probably like if I have mining left. No, I probably won't, but I'm not like thinking that I should save mining just for that.
Okay.
I'm kind of like I do methods for the fun aspect more than like macro, so I'm not worried about that really.
Big.
Is it actually your birthday, Spooky?
It is not. So I don't know where they got that.
I can't explain the joke, man. I can't explain the joke, but maybe someone in chat can tell him in a friendly way.
How about you, Unreal?
I'm a bit worried because I'm afraid they're gonna do multi-skilling shit that's gonna ruin Iron Man meta. I don't like a lot of the Iron Man skills, so there's only a couple skills that are keeping me to playing this game mode. So if they were to ruin those, I would de-iron instantly. So if mining or fishing got changed, I would not be an Iron Man.
Really? You would
And
de-iron?
yes, I would de-iron. If fishing is not barbler rate, I will de-iron. That's a thing. I'll put that on everything.
Okay.
I
okay.
don't
Why would
know,
it,
man.
like-
Doesn't matter.
Like it's gonna devalue it on a main as well, right? Like you're just gonna do the sailing method instead of whatever main method.
Yeah, but then I might even, I don't know, man. I feel like then I might as well do driftnet or something. I don't know. It seems
If
boring.
you just train the skill inefficiently,
I mean, I
it's more
could,
fun.
but it kind of depends on how fucked it gets. What I'm scared about, they said something about deep fish trolling or trawling. I don't know. That was gonna be sailing plus
Trolling?
fishing.
Oh, dude,
Trolling,
not deep fish
trolling.
trolling.
Sorry.
I'm looking forward to that.
No, that is a thing. That is a fishing term. Troll.
Yeah.
Trolling. Okay.
True.
Sorry,
Yeah.
It's alright.
So it's like fishing plus sailing. So what if it's like you do driftnet and then you do like for mains the rest of it just through that? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they don't do that, but it would be pretty hard to mess it up by accident. Like it'd need to be like 180k plus per hour.
I mean, they're fucking retarded.
Like
Like,
like they could have some
like,
like horseshit effective rate, yeah, but like I don't imagine them
and I'm
being.
also, I remember Florals on release. He did the port task and he got a lot of Haralander seeds. So I don't know, man. Like on the lowest level one. What if you get like 50 Snapdragon seeds? I don't know. Like
I don't know,
or
wouldn't you want to
Lanternine
do
seeds
that?
from the.
Like you hate Slayer.
Yeah, but it still kind of fucks the meta. I don't know. That's not very fun.
Well, as
I
far
still
as
care about
I
the game mode.
know,
I don't want it to be raped.
Slayer will more than likely be a part of this entire skill to begin with. So, and we saw that in the gameplay itself. There's that Iron Man friendly Slayer Island out there or whatever,
Yeah,
Slayer
that needs
Cave.
to go. That needs
Yeah,
Oh,
to
that
go.
needs to get into the game ASAP. We need that in the game, bro. Like Fe Papi, you
Um,
actually have cancer for not wanting that, bro. Come on, bro. That's gonna be so
No, that would
fun.
be terrible, man.
Bro,
It's
Slayer
gonna
Tower
happen.
next
I mean,
being meta is so disgusting.
So they put
Tower
the
Next
tower
is so
next
fun.
into like cannonball, no,
Okay, bro.
barrageable place, right?
Yeah,
They put
yeah,
tower next.
Yeah, where you
so
can use
you
alt
get
and shit.
all
That
the
sounds
herbal
fire.
and you barrage it. Damn, it's kind of crazy.
I mean, it's broken. It's way too broken, but I don't care. Like, I don't know. That sounds fire.
But is
and
it
that's just
That's
even
the
going
one
to
thing
be
that's good
that
about
good?
sailing.
Because you get a lot of toad
I
plats,
don't.
but then you need to do birdhouses and you don't have
Well, you
the
already
space.
like have enough hunter.
You do? Oh.
But like, yeah, I think with the armor, like Charlie Nex is still going to be like the efficient method for that
I
task.
suppose.
But
I guess you're just doing like the same amount of necks, right? But it's just gonna be faster because you barrage them as opposed to whack them with the arc light.
yeah,
Okay. So it's just the same. I see.
I mean,
no, they'll
Slayer's
probably
just
add
so
fucking
popular.
bird's
Like,
nest.
no matter what, they're just gonna integrate it somehow.
I mean, even if there's just that one task, does that just mean GG? You do sailing first before Slayer? Like, I already just like don't even really appreciate that very much. They add a Slayer cave and suddenly you got to do another skill first. I don't know, man.
I don't think it'll
That's
be
what
like
I'm
that.
worried
Like
But it
about.
high
would only
level
be to
though.
99. Yeah, it would probably
if it's
be to
just
99
wouldn't
at
be
the
that,
most.
a
yeah.
unlock.
Like the Slade Tower's locked behind a couple quests. I mean, like early game quests, but yeah, unless they put some island in Narnia that just has like 40,000 Necreals all spawning on the one tile, then
Ooh.
I think it'll be fine.
Don't
Yeah,
give
Not to
him
give
any
any
You just use
ideas,
ideas.
alt to
but
stack them, bro.
That's
The
it.
mob spawner.
All right, so how about XP rates? And we kind of touched on multi-skilling a little bit. Like, what kind of rates do you think we'll see at like the high end? I know Madalena made the grim mistake of mentioning some rates to say Bebe, and that caused a little stir for a little bit. Do you think we'll
It
see
was like
like,
100k, right?
yeah, she said
Yeah, they
100k, but as we all know,
Was
the
that
J mods are not super reliable on XP rates.
at 99, like specifically, or just
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
okay, interesting.
And
Like maybe because they
so
keep sinking the boats, but
yeah,
if you don't do
maybe.
that, I'm expecting like 300k. Like it'll probably put around like low 200s for like the average player, but I think you'll be able to like I don't know 300k seems like the sweet spot at like 99. I expect it to be like slower early on, so it'll just like ramp up like a lot quicker, so they can like make the most out of like all the content they develop.
hmm Yeah, I would like to see
Yeah.
something around like 200k, 200, 250.
I think like 150k or like something like that. They want it to last because there's gonna be a lot of updates coming, so could see them like trying to stretch it out for as long as possible.
Yeah, well, if they like stretch out the early game more, I think they'll be like more lenient with the post 90 rates.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it could
think
also be
like
like they
around
just want
200K.
like. Go on, sorry.
I was just gonna say I think around 200K would feel like comfortable to do
I
new
agree.
content. Any slower, it may just be a little bit like jarring because it is new content after all. Like I think that's just a comfortable amount of hours for a skill on average is around 200K an hour, something like that.
Well, because you kind of want like room for the skill to grow as well. Like if
Right.
they're gonna make it faster, like that will happen. So if it's already like it comes out and people are able to optimize it to like up to 300K, and then later down the line, it's just it will happen that it will get much faster. So
Yeah.
it'd be kind of nice to see
How would
it
it
have
get
some room to
faster?
grow.
Like,
Well, they're
like
just
if
gonna
they
add more
develop,
stuff to it, man.
if they develop the whole trials like thing, and then they just make something that's better than that, like,
I just remember like
It's probably gonna happen.
they mentioned something like that even at like the Runefest summit, where they said they don't want to like kind of overfill the skill already because they want to have room for like more methods, kind of like how the other skills had time to have more things added to them. I don't know. The way I see it,
I
it's just like it just will eventually get faster.
mean, I don't know. To me, that would only be like an extra trial, like floor, whatever you want to call it. Like
I-
that would like improve the rates.
I
I
think
can
with
see
this,
them adding like mid-level stuff, but yeah.
I think yeah, with this community, sometimes like it's quite hard to like buff the XP rates unless you do it like quickly. So
Is
I
it?
mean, it might be. I mean,
Nah.
if you look at the gathers, like
Just chuck it in unpolled, man.
mining, mining's been the same for like what 10 years. So it could go that way, or it could go the other way where it just goes up and up. So
That's
I
true.
don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
We could see.
I don't know.
What they said it is.
4G is like,
I could see it being around 200 to 300K personally. I reckon they're going to design it where you can't like abuse it and like get like if they say their max is 300K, I doubt there'll be like some genius or like someone who just finds a way to find like 600K or 500K. I think it's going to be fairly like designed content as opposed to like discoverable content where you kind of make your own meta. I think it's going to be kind of designed strictly by Jaggers as opposed to discovered.
really boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just
I do
how a
think
lot
that's
of
boring,
content
but I do
is.
think it's true.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's gonna be super linear. I mean, when they announced the Barracuda trials, they were talking about it and playing it. And they were literally saying like, "This is you're just gonna be doing the same thing every time." It's not like SEP where there's
And
like some element of RNG or anything.
that's the lightning storms, man. You gotta dodge the
True.
storms
Yeah,
and
that's
shit.
true, man.
Pick up the crates. Okay.
I guess
Was
I
it
just don't really like how
possible?
he said that. Like, he's literally like, "This is very linear content," and then it's like, okay, well,
It's the
fantastic.
same every time you click a plugin. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be some
that's
plugin
actually.
out.
Do we
Just try
have
to click.
like plugin as a topic for sailing, or is because that'll be like
We could talk
No,
about it.
we could talk about it for sure.
well, I think like yeah, if they like allow plugins, that just gonna ruin the whole skill. Like imagine just have Quest
Yeah.
Hopper, but like Barracuda trials.
Yeah.
There,
I mean,
there's
they're
just
gonna
no
do
way
that
they're
though.
gonna put
There's
their
no way they
foot
ban
down.
it. Yeah, it's not happening. They're too much of a pussy. I don't know. They're not
It
doing
will
it.
happen.
It's gonna happen.
That would just be so
Everyone
boring.
wants to train sailing, and then like even if like 10% complain, that 10% is gonna want that plugin, and then they'll just let it
Like
happen.
I'm sure they can add like info boxes, say for like your current port task and shit. Yeah, as soon as they get to like the Quest Hopper style, it's just like I don't know, like why
Yeah,
develop
for
a
like
new
the best
skill?
trials, that would be really,
Yeah,
really cancer. I wonder if maybe like the higher level trials could have like enough like in them that it wouldn't be possible to just like blue box quest helper it. Like I don't know if maybe like the
shit.
level 80 like Marlin trials would be, I don't know, actually like brain on content.
Yeah, something like something as simple like some moving obstacles that so it's not like exactly the same every time.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be really
Something you
nice.
have to react to.
Would you
Yeah,
guys
yellow
want
portals.
like trials to have I guess like a PVM where you get the stakes get higher and higher as you get towards the end. So like let's just say you're towards the end of like the trial, it gets extremely hard. Sort of like floor 5, but like even more extreme.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
pretty
think
interesting.
that's something
I
that's
think if they
not
had a trial like
that
that.
like common in skilling right now.
Yeah. I think that'd be. I just think the problem is like repetitive skills are fine in my book, but for something like this, I just don't see why they should do that. If you look at SEP, like it's just like the perfect thing to compare it to. Um,
Yeah, I
and it's
agree.
just like one of the best pieces of content they've released in the last God knows how long.
For sure.
Ever, yeah.
12,
Yeah,
20
and even
years.
that, like, I don't know about you guys, but like I feel like my opinion on that is that you kind of need a ton of different things to make that doable. Like I can't imagine running SEP without any like tile markers or anything on release. And getting well, you'd probably get higher than Artie, but you know, you wouldn't be actually like it just there's too many moving parts, I think, without to not have assistance from plugins.
It's very hard to do SEP without tile
Right.
markers seamlessly, for sure.
But that
With true
that
tile and shit as well.
yeah, but that's a very
You
like
vote
manual
true tile.
process of going through, and it's not like Quest Helper. So if they switch it up and keep it or have it be like SEP where things change, then you can't have like a Quest Helper, herbivore blue line heat seeking missile to your
Yeah.
next
Like
thing. So
if people are just like marking tiles and stuff, like that's totally fine. But
right,
if it was like linear enough where you could, like you said, it was just like herbivore, you're just clicking a blue box. Like, no, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't trust them to do anything good, so that's why I want the Tickman thing to be meta. I don't think they can do anything good with it. It's gonna be dog shit. But maybe I'm a hater.
honestly, I'd prefer the skill to be like slow but extremely fun, as opposed to like
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
twice as fast and just the dog shit like grind.
yeah, I think so. I'm really worried about the task meta that we kind of have, like with like Hunter Rumors, Mahogany Homes, things like that. I hope that that's not the best way to train the skill. I think that
They love doing that.
it's just mini games. Like those are mini games, and
Yeah,
Mini games
Jaggers,
and Slayer always
Jaggers
has
are very
been.
good at repeating like the same like skilling concept for every single skill.
yeah,
Dude, they made
Yeah.
Winter Tot 4 times and people somehow didn't realize. It's actually insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
yeah.
All right, cool. Does anybody have anything else to add to sailing before we move on?
I'll delay it 4 months, please and thank you.
Yeah, true.
Delete
Add
it
it to
from
the
the
game.
delete it from the
don't add it.
game. I still
that'll be
think
good
the
as well.
70% change from 75 was bullshit. Everything passes except PvP and skills, and
Repull it.
it's the
repull
only
it,
reason it
repull
passed. It like got to like 72 or 73%. Like it feels like injustice. That's my problem.
It's so snaky. It like leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. Like it just everything else that gets pulled in this game just felt more legitimate. Like even if it always passes, they're like, okay, here's our pitch, and then people hit yes on everything, no matter what. But here it's like it just feels like they tried to hide it. They like promised that they would work closely and look at the different skills that were close to each other in popularity. They didn't do that. It just feels like they need to get paid, and this is their way to do it. And I think that people would have voted for a legitimate skill to come in a more presentable manner, a more normal way. Like hiding this poll in the middle of another poll is just like really weird behavior. Things like the feedback during the alpha, where you could, submit a survey, was just like in a weird spot. You're kind of excited to do the content or excited to get off of the content, and they just have it on this little button in like the hub. I want like a giant pop up on my screen before I log out or hop worlds that says, "We beg you to talk about the survey." I think that they could just do a much better job of gauging interest, or even problems. Like if they're gonna put it in the game, they should, have good feedback from everybody who actually played it. So I just don't really like the way they went about it, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, cool. Let's move on. What are your guys' predictions for the top page post sailing? Who do you think will be coming back to compete, and what kind of hours do you think we'll have to see people pull to get top page?
Well, DK, you're gonna be doing
Yeah.
150s, right?
I was planning to like go really hard, but then I realized I don't think it's gonna be doable in a month. So believe it or not, I am employed, so unless I want to like quit my
Oh.
job or take
Oh.
like extended time off, I'm not gonna be able to sustain that. So I mean, I think it'll be fun to like go hard, but I don't think there's much point if you're gonna go hard, but then you have to like go back to like doing 50s or 60s. But I think, I mean, I work. I think I can fully work remote, so if I want to, I can be pretty consistent to do like pretty good hours. So I think I can definitely get top page if I really want to, but like top five or whatever, it's no chance. I'll leave that to the needs or people who don't want to take like a work holiday or something. The top page, I feel like it's like 50-50. I don't know if like even 50% of the people who finish will play at this point because it's been so long. But
Yeah.
I think at this point we know like the popular names, right? Like Fast, Rodney, fucking forgetting them now. Vior if he plays, Bailey if they play, of course. So I don't know.
Playing.
It really depends. I feel like whoever has like the drive to do it, because you gotta remember like a lot of people who finish, they're like not exactly like comp players. Like they're very good at doing like the 70s and 80s over a year. But in terms of the people who can do like a crazy like 500, 600 month, I think the list is actually pretty small. But for like top page, I don't think it's gonna require anything like that unless suddenly like a lot of people get hyped. Because when I watch like even like casual like gamers like leagues or Deadman, I realize like RuneScape players just play this game so fucking much. So I wouldn't be surprised if like
Yeah,
people
man.
go like crazy for like I mean like
Yeah.
I mean this is like the equivalent of a leagues, right? Like it's just gonna be skilling for like a few months and then you finish like 200 mil.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's an interesting way to look at it,
I
but
think
it's
for
true.
like front page, you probably look for. I think if you get like 300 months, I think you'll make front page 100%. Like just 300
Or
months.
front page sailing or 200 mil.
200 mil. Front page sailing, man.
Okay,
You're not leaving the house for a lot
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, front page sailing, no. But I mean, just because you have like probably like 70 people like who can get to like front page just from finishing 200 mil on other skills. I think like you don't have to play like that crazy, but I think you're gonna have to do a bit of gaming.
And there's 70 people, but 60% of them aren't logging in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you reckon that many, huh?
Like it's just like Link's finished like 6 years ago,
Yeah, he's not
so
logging
it's
in.
just like
Yeah,
he's not logging
a
in.
lot of people have
like,
moved on, or they don't play as
Yeah.
much.
Like how is someone expected to come back from finishing even like 3 years ago? It's like your life is just gonna be so different. It's like, oh yeah, hey, come and play 12 hours a day of RuneScape efficiently again. Like one, you're probably not gonna enjoy it, or want to, or yeah, just have the capability. But
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think like if it was me and I was like 200 mil all and it had been like if I was like Sean Bay basically, it wouldn't be I wouldn't feel eager or like I wouldn't feel like it's necessary to come back and play the game again. I would feel more resentful towards the fact there is another skill personally. So yeah, that's also a big thing. It's kind of 50-50 on whether you just aren't touching it and even just you don't even know about it or care enough. But some people may
they said
actually like
anything
be
about
angry about it.
like maintaining ranks or like doing anything with the high scores?
They know that
Or
it's
they
a
just
problem. I hope they add a
like
legacy
just
high
kicking it
score.
down the line.
They've gone really quiet
Yeah.
about it for like the last year. I'm not sure what exactly they're going to do, or they've just scrapped the idea. I think it'd be a
I
nice
feel like they were
touch if they
discussing it, but
bring something.
yeah.
Mm.
But it's kind of weird because like with correct me if I'm wrong, but like RuneScape 3, don't they finish like 200 mils in a week? It's just completely different.
I
Or a
think Necro's a
weekend.
140.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I think like this, at least this skill, I think it's going to be a little bit different. I think consistency is going to be key, right? So it's not like
Consistent 600.
yeah, it's not like you're gonna just do like a week comp and then be done with the skill. Like you're gonna have to be You're gonna have to be like consistent and also have a lot of free time. I think those are the main qualities if you want to like not necessarily get rank 1, but get a decent one. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating people. I don't know how many people are gonna sacrifice real life.
Did you say a rank 1 who you thought was?
My rank 1,
Yeah.
Rodney and Father all enjoys.
I think it'll be Enjoys.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how long the skill is, really. I know enjoys can do like really big months, but who knows?
Yeah, it would be cool
Uh,
to see.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see way more like second pagers and third pagers, like people who have finished more recently, rise up to like first page.
Mm.
And I would say my rank 1 probably is like Enjoys or Rodney.
Dude, if Paul Beer gets rank 1,
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah,
most
Paul Beer
That would be-
crazy.
Insane.
Imagine
That'd be
like
epic,
That
bro.
could happen, yeah.
the person who finishes 200 mil like last becomes rank 1. That's what new skill does, man. That would be crazy. And whether it's a good or bad thing, I'll leave it to you guys to say. I'd say bad thing.
I think
I can see
like that
Paul
guy's.
being rank 1.
No offense
kind
to
of-
him.
He plays so
He's
much,
playing a
man.
big amount, but still.
I would accept a world where Paul Beer is rank 1.
Yeah. Well,
what I'm saying.
as long as we get him in or something, right?
Yeah, you have to get him in.
It'll happen. It'll
At
happen.
that point, it will happen.
Well, I think he was saying he wanted to do like the EHP year rec after he finished. So it'd be interesting to see whether he like waits for sailing after that or just ignores that idea or
Wait, the year after he finishes? That is.
Yeah.
Run it back
Like on an alt.
Yeah, that guy's getting rank 1,
on a
bro.
main alt. Yeah.
That guy loves RuneScape.
Crazy.
I didn't hear into the guy
No.
until like last year. People just love
Yeah.
skilling, man. Don't need a top page to like motivate people. Clearly.
How about you,
What do we think
Unreal?
about the
Do you have
Iron
any
Oh,
thoughts
sorry, yeah,
on?
Unreal, go first.
I
on all
don't
this?
really know that many people, but I'd say probably Higer and Joyce. Those are like the names I've heard. I had a friend of mine who's the fast guy. I had a friend of mine say he's like doing like 18s of PVM and clogging, but I don't know.
Yeah, dude's crazy.
I
It's
need
like,
to.
yeah, I think he's almost all pets, which is insane. Guy's asleep.
Yeah, the fast dude, like that guy's playing a lot. So
Guy's
yeah,
never logging out.
exactly. Fe Papi 982 said he's gonna be top 3 probably, but I don't know. I could see that happening some maybe.
Of sailing.
Yeah, something
I
like that.
mean-
If he plays this many hours, because he's gone completely crazy in the EHB and like stuff.
Yeah, he's insane.
I think you'd have to like go a little bit harder, but like, I can see the potential.
I mean, yeah, but
for sure.
with like the motivation then, right? Because there's no time lock
Yeah.
for whatever he's doing right now. But
I
for
feel like
sailing, maybe he could
some
lock
people
in.
sleep
I don't
on
know.
fast. Like I remember, like he was like one of the COVID like skillers, and he was literally going like almost the same pace as Rodney, but just a tiny bit slower. And yeah, I think he's kind of slept on.
What was his year PB? Because I feel like it wasn't.
It was like 4.5 or maybe a little bit higher.
I mean, that's not the same pace as Rodney.
It's not, but it's close.
It's not even close.
What? 4.5, 5.5k.
Rodney did 6.2, man. Like before the
I
EHP
swear,
games.
no way, he did it. No,
6.2.
that is a lie.
What?
It was-
6.2.
It was something.
What?
Okay, it was over 6. I'm pretty sure.
He must have gotten
like,
over. He must
Dude.
have gotten a lot over. Then.
Yeah, like he was
What are
hitting
the
over
numbers?
6 somewhere.
6.2.
but-
His year was. I won't lie. Rodney's year was probably one of the craziest thing. He like did every single gather right in the year. I won't lie.
Yeah.
He's crazy, but fast is not that
Yeah.
far behind. Not that far behind.
I don't know if 4.5k is like enough. Like there's been so many people that can do that.
The stakes have
But I guess
changed.
a lot of them don't
Gee,
play
that's
anymore.
crazy. So many people can do that. That was loads of people.
I would
couldn't
say
do
that the
that back
stakes
in
have
day.
changed. Like what's like he doing? What's his motivation for smashing the game so much before? Is it like I want to do 1K hours less than Rodney Farbo? Like I don't know. I feel like if you just have one thing to do in the game, it just doesn't even matter. Like if you can, it's just it's honestly a short enough burst. If it's around 200K, that I think it'll be very even. I think it'll come down to people finding stuff, and
Yeah.
being very resourceful
Yeah.
with like finding and abusing methods.
Yeah, so what's the thing? If
Maybe
someone
it'll just
finds
be-
a
it'll be
method,
who
are they
has the
just gonna
most
find it?
friends? Like,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I do think that that's kind of important to think about, though. Which is, I personally think Solace is going to find a lot of things. So if you guys want to preemptively join Solace to
Yeah,
benefit
join
your own
today.
account, yeah.
Do you guys think there will be that many like discoverable methods with sailing?
I don't think so.
I
nah,
really
I
hope
do.
there
I feel
is.
like tick saves in the trials. I think.
Yeah, there'd be like
Yeah.
small saves at the trials, but that's it. It's not gonna be something crazy. And probably after a week, everyone will know about everything. That's my guess.
Mm.
Because you can like see
Maybe the
other
first
people
couple
as
of
well,
days.
right? Like it's not an instance.
Yeah. So just hop to the
No, it's
world and then
not.
like, oh, this guy's doing this.
I have a feeling
I don't
someone's
know.
going to find something and it'll get hotfixed pretty quick, and then it'll maybe take a little while to find something else. But
Ah man,
uh,
unless this game breaking,
I do
I
not
hope
have
they don't
faith.
do that.
I don't know, like how many people they have testing it? Like 5 people, like from the skilling community. Like I don't know how many you need, but I feel like just they've been known to let the community bug fix their games. So I think that someone is going to get a pretty big head start, whether that'll be like just some random or someone in the HLC. But I do think
I
something
think they
is going
have
to
quite a
break in
few
the beginning.
people like in
Do they?
the like immediate group or whatever. Yeah.
I just can't. Like they've just done it so many times. I just would not bet on them getting it right. I
Yeah,
hope they don't. I think that'd be really fun.
there's gonna be a 24-hour rollback on release, I think.
That would be beast, man.
Yeah.
Like they just can't not be. Like there's something's gonna go wrong. Like
Yeah, whether it affects the rates or not, something is definitely gonna
Dude, the
break.
drama is gonna be so good, man.
Oh yeah.
Content for just months, man.
I just
Yeah,
hope
Alright, what do you
some
guys?
some old dog just comes back from the grave and just shit talks everyone or just pops off. That'll be insane.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Alright, what do you guys think about the thought of like seeing a lot of account sharing or rule breaking with people competing for the high scores? Do you think that's going to be a problem for everyone competing, or do you think it's kind of overblown?
I mean, like I think the biggest problem is if someone gets false banned because it's like it's gonna be like really hard to detect like account sharing. I think like obviously if people are logging in from different IPs, yada yada yada. But like if you just have 2 people in the same room, it's like how do you distinguish that from someone playing legitimately? And people have played like I think Enjoys would have gotten 170 week during the Terry comp, but he just got false banned, and it's like, what if that's you during the sailing race? Like
yeah.
you just can't come back from that.
Do you think they'll do some bullshit where they can track your mouse movement and can tell like 2 different people
I think they already
move
can.
differently? Yeah, I saw that on
There's no way they
like
already can.
a Mod Mac K
Profiling,
like
yeah.
interview. They said they could do that already, but I don't know if they. I think it'd be nice if they actually ban people for account sharing. But
Like the
I can't
confidence
see them
like
doing
you'd
it.
need to pull the trigger on someone's mouse is moving differently.
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, people
I don't know.
still do like some crazy edge case and they don't get detected. There's no way they can detect mouse movement. That's just so cope. Like if you can scroll with Fletch or whatever, like who the fuck? There's no way. That would be the most obvious shit ever.
Well,
Like your fucking mouse is in 5 places at the same time. Like, come on.
well, like
There's
you
no way
can
they
do
can
that
detect it.
legitimately though. Like
Yeah, you can't.
if you just
So they
if
can.
you just
If
bind
they
enough keys on your keyboard.
wait, there's no way you can.
No,
Like
you
Well,
not
can't.
you
that
just have like
fast.
the mouse keys like what up down click and you just have like both hands like I mean I'm sure it's possible but like yeah obviously it'd
Yeah,
be
I mean,
very
yeah,
it's
but
hard.
definitely
surely it's quite
possible.
obvious if someone's
And I'm
just
sure
doing
that's
it
what
and like I
everyone
don't know.
did. No one was mouse key
Yeah.
fletching. That's what everyone was
Everyone did
doing.
that.
They
I
were
don't
pressing. They were pressing 10 keys on their keyboard the whole time.
Of course not.
I mean, I'm just saying, I
did
don't think they can
flashing
detect mouse
legitimately
movement to
but
that degree. I mean, you did broad arrows now, so that's.
I think they
well
have
like
definitely
data,
not
you got
but
the
it's
darts
just
and
it's like the false positive, like false positive rate, right? You don't want to ban too many legitimate players,
yeah
but at the same time
if
you
you
want
force
to
ban one
ban
person
enough
it's just
bots. Yeah,
disgusting but
it
like they're
depends on
just
the
I
tolerance.
think there will be account shares like
Yes, there's
Yeah.
going to be at least 1 or 2 for sure, but
Well, is the question will
Like
those
some random
players?
will just account share. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll just
that's
be
what I'm
some
gonna say.
piss random 2K total.
yeah, for front
And
page.
then
Yeah,
it's
will
like,
sailing.
let's go for
Oh
rank
my
1
God.
sailing.
Right, the rank 1 sailing nerds, like the actual like isolated skill itself. Those people will be will there be anyone in the HLC? That's the big question, I think, because I mean, if someone just account shares to rank 1 in the entire
I
game, and
mean, it's
there's
been
just
done
no
in
way
the
to tell.
past.
Yeah,
That's what they do for RuneScape 3, right?
180.
Allegedly.
that is, yeah, that is what I've heard.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think we should move on. We have a pretty fun topic next. If you had to start from scratch, how would you approach 200 mil all differently with all of the current metas, methods, all the knowledge you have now? What would you change in your account? And I guess for like the lower ep friends we have on the cast, like can talk about just what you would, if there's anything you would route differently from what you've done so far, or like your plans or whatever.
I played perfectly. I would change nothing.
Yeah, same. I played
Okay, man.
perfectly with the macro
I would
Andes.
I'd pick a
definitely,
main.
yeah, I would use, or I would have saved way more thieving for artifacts.
Mhm.
That's just so
What did you
goated.
do?
Ooh, yeah.
I
It's
burned
kind of
a lot of it. I burned a lot of it at Pyramid Plunder after maxing and some Gem
Ooh.
Knights. I still have like 85 mil left, but would have been nice to have the 180 mil to start. So that's a big thing, or the biggest thing probably.
Not too much has changed since I started skilling pretty hard, but one thing I would have done differently, and this hurts me to say, but I would have saved some wood cutting. Teaks was like one of my favorite methods, but it wouldn't have hurt to have some redwoods for the whole game.
What do you get
Easier
AFK
time like
instead?
at the moment. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just finished all the gatherers first, so I just had dog shit to AFK like the entire game, basically.
You do a lot of zone.
Yeah, I just sit in zone a lot. I mine Dale for 0 EHP.
Man.
I think if you wanted, you could like do like Slayer, like just slay until you get 2 Blood Velds tasks and then go to RC for the day. And then just
Yeah,
sit of Blood Velds.
I mean, didn't
I
Wobsy do
definitely will not do
550
that,
of Slayer
but
at work, so you could do that.
yeah.
True.
Slayer's for last, boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does make sense.
The other thing is like, I guess this is kind of like a easy answer, but I definitely would have like kind of focused a little bit more money making early. I started playing alts like right away, but I would have liked to maybe have just started playing RS3 sooner because it's just the easiest shit ever, and it's always nice to have more money. I never really struggled with money besides with I guess RC and doing duo. So
You just like, would you have had enough for like 04 at 7 mil per runner or?
yeah, probably. I would have just like liquidized like a lot of like my bank to make it happen, but
Well,
I don't
even
know.
03 is like still viable, right? Like at like the very
Apparently
worst.
03 is pretty good, yeah, from what I've heard.
I think it's like the most GP efficient if you like can't afford all of it with 04. But
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll definitely talk more about RC in a little bit, but what about the everyone else, what would you change?
I would int every single multi-skill method in the game at the bank right off the bat. So that's Herblore. I would go out and do prayer when superior bones were cheap. I would have,
Ooh, yeah.
I would have sat there and done fletching straight up at the bank. Yeah, no, I just personally don't. I'm not a big fan of the multi-skill meta. So if I were to get all of those out of the way, then I could kind of just not feel as bad or not be kind of forced to adapt to changes because I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of the whole thing. The Iron Man
If
kind
you
of
just
ruined
did
the game for
fishing
me.
5 times.
Ooh, they need to release fishing too.
Legit.
Yeah, I don't know. Realistically, though, I honestly would have saved thieving to multi-skill, the way I think now. But I do enjoy the good old days where you were expected to sit in the bank. and do your bank standards versus doing everything while you're running around. That's just me personally, though. I don't know.
How about you, Unreal?
Probably first, maybe make a main. I feel like I'd maybe like that.
Beast.
Maybe if I did play Iron, make less alts. I feel like I've spent way too much time like making alts for no reason. I used to have way too much money. I'll never spend it all. I don't know why I have these alts, but whatever.
It's for when you de-iron. You're gonna have just so much
Yeah.
fucking money.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
when the game stops.
And then what else? Probably play harder. I feel like I'm pretty dog shit. I need to lock in. That's the
Do you
two things.
like? Well, I was gonna say, do you mess around with other games, but you're just on a 70 of Minecraft, so.
Yeah, it's so disgusting. Never again. I uninstalled everything. It's just RuneScape now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete that fucking channel, man.
Oh, no more Minecraft?
I can't, bro. Like I look at the week and I just like the voices in my head, bro. I can't.
Yeah, true.
Dude, I
let's
swear
kill
you
these
were
guys.
awake for like 50 hours playing that game one time.
I don't know.
What were you
I was
doing?
on-
What were you doing on Old School when you were playing Unreal? Were you
I was just
fishing?
doing day alt. So my
Okay.
the week is so disgusting. I was on like almost a 70 and I was like, okay, I just want to keep doing 70s. 70 is so beast. And then we play Minecraft and I was just on a fucking 30. I don't know. Whatever. It's whatever.
Damn.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so you guys like the current meta? Have your game modes? Is there anything that you like or dislike or
Mix.
that you would want changed in your current game mode? For main, I think everything is really fun right now. I like how like a lot of the old kind of like viables and stuff you can still do the same, but there's like a lot of like fun methods to do things. Like multi-skilling kind of gets a bad rap, but I do like that there's a lot of cool methods that you can use to multi-skill your viables and stuff these days. Like I would have thought like just lighting logs at the GE, that would be really boring, and I definitely wouldn't have done Firebond, so something like Artefacts I find really fun.
You wouldn't have done 5 bonds.
I don't think so. I don't honestly know if I would like it, but
Just because, I mean, it's definitely a method, like, probably the
You
hardest
would
method
like
in the
it.
game.
It's so beast, bro.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
so
Seems
fun,
like-
actually.
yeah, I won't say
You
I
would like it for
don't think
sure.
I wouldn't like it, because I mean saying that when you haven't tried it is retarded, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
all I know is Firefax is epic.
What was the question? What did you say?
Do you like
Uh,
the
Oh,
meta?
do we like? do
Yeah,
we
like the
the
metas
game
of your
mode?
The
game
meta,
mode, yeah.
the meta
Yeah.
right now.
what are good
Yeah,
metas
yeah,
for
yeah.
that?
The meta. Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Nothing
know,
else? Nothing else?
Not the one thing you've been tweeting about.
Dude, I thought you liked RuneScape.
Oh
bro.
fuck! Mixology.
Right, you'll-
Yeah. Sorry, I
Oh,
forgot about that. Yeah, get
Bro,
rid of
almost
that.
forgot.
That piece of content. I actually like it, which is I think I'm the only person to like mixology, like the actual minigame itself. The XP rates are retarded. I guess maybe one small change I would make is less sep looting.
Ooh.
But I just
beast.
didn't loot anywhere, or like I looted like Grand Chest for the last 100 mil or whatever.
How
like
how
it's still
good is
like you can
Sorry, you go.
you can do that if you just kill more Vorkath.
Yeah, I'd rather kill myself.
yeah.
I don't know. I just have like a bill more GP than I need, so like I didn't like I don't know. I kind
Yeah,
of went
PVM
overboard
-er.
on that. What it did? Okay, they made smithing fucking half the cost, man. Like it's just not my fault that they minus 800 mil off the game. Like, yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, that's a
think,
good point.
I guess I could.
I actually don't like Iron Man smithing now. I think it's really cringe that you have to make an Iron Man ult to sell gold ore. Well, you don't
Well,
have to.
technically, it's the rate is no competition.
No competition.
Yeah.
let me know when you have no competition there. 'Cause
Dude,
I
I
don't think-
destroyed
Okay.
everybody. Dude, when I was doing smithing, fucking people would fuck off so quick because like I just had that place on lockdown for like.
Bro, there's
I
no one
mean,
there. You're
whenever I was
Australian,
I
dude.
just think they're scared of you, man.
Dude, there's more than
You're
just
the only
Australian
person on that
worlds,
server,
man.
bro. Oh, right.
No,
My
I was
bad.
doing
I
world
forgot.
top. Yeah.
Isn't it bad for Australians
But like
because you have like
But you're doing your
worse
time
BF
then.
worlds? Because you're on like
the ping is
300
pretty
ping.
terrible, yeah. But like you can't really look at the rate anyway because it's 2 client. So I just like I don't know the skill's fast enough. I just like sent that shit down mid, and like you'd get the occasional like Iron Man who's like 2276 total with just smithing left, and like they would just not leave, and it's like I don't know, you just get annoyed for a couple hours, but I don't know for the most part nobody ever. I don't know if I just like stopped people from coming or people just weren't smithing when I was doing it, but
Clue
it was
scroll.
fine. But yeah, I think playing smithing alts is really gay. I did it for a bit, but like I just got I don't know. I'd rather play 1,000 hours of Clash of Clans on the side than like 3
All
Blood
right, man.
Realms. So
True. Yeah, it's about finishing the skill, you know? It's the big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Should
already
I go
sort of
after
talked
Diamond?
about
Oh
it.
no.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just going by the. I think we should
Oh
probably.
no.
you
I
can
just
go
thought since like he was an Iron Man and I probably have similar gripes. That's why.
first. Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So I would say the things that I would change is to just like remove GP from the game mode somehow. Every meta, it should, bro. It should like make Kingdom 5 times faster. It should just be mahogany benches all the way. I don't care.
what? Wait, actually, that would be
Yeah.
flames.
That's
Yeah.
Remove GP, make it mahogany benches.
Yeah. And then what else? Wood cutting. We're removing redwood 1.5 tick. That's a bug. We need to patch it right
Oh,
now.
actually,
Come on.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Get rid of that shit.
And then we're adding like magic drop to like some Slayer mob table that's efficient, so you can do Firefacts with that. Because I think that's still better.
Bro, Warcraft
and what
drops
else?
magic logs.
Okay, bro. And then
So
we
does
remove all
Smoke
PVM
Devils.
as well. We remove all PVM as well. There we go.
Nice,
Like
okay.
from
Actually,
the game mode
Kinda
table.
based.
Yeah. And then what else?
Yeah, that was actually
And then make lavas ep obviously, because no EP issues.
No.
And make crafting
Ooh.
something fun. That's it. Then the game
Okay,
mode is
if
actually the
you're
best
if
game mode of all
you're
time.
if you remove GP, then like Guardian of the Rift becomes meta. So-
Yeah. Okay. Add in infinite pure essence and
Guardians
runners.
of the Rift.
I don't know, man.
No, like you need infinite day ult for it to be better than Guardians of the Rift. Like,
I mean,
yeah.
pure essence
but-
lavas is surely better.
Yeah, you need to DI,
Oh, sorry.
bro.
Yeah.
Today,
Yeah.
you need to go DI
Bro.
right now.
I can
Dude,
do
right after
barb
this
fishing for
podcast.
1-1, bro. Barb fishing for 1-1. That's my cope.
Oh,
I mean, you can still do
It's
lavas,
beast.
if you're doing cranes, but
You know,
I
one-
might do some cranes.
have the
One thing
money
I like
somehow,
about the current skilling meta, I mean, it's technically not a meta, but you have like so many different alternatives. Like, if you just don't like one skill method, that's what I really
Yeah,
like.
that is
Because
true.
like maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, there was like probably one method that was like crazy OP compared to everything else, but now you have quite a different variety. So that's one credit I give to like Jaggers. Like, they tried to add something
yeah.
that like kind of fits what one like different people and what they like. There might be some exceptions where there's just one OP skill, but man, I haven't like properly skilled in like a year, so it's out of my memory. Yeah, that's one thing I kind of like, even though it's like technically not meta.
I think a lot of people, play off meta. Like, if they just don't like the efficient method, they'll just do something else.
Yeah, like everyone's doing
Seems like
like
you got to be a
yeah,
slave to the
Dolo, right?
website, man.
Dolo or solo lavas.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's
Nah.
coming up, but yeah.
All right. Does anybody have anything to add before we move on? All right, cool. Next topic. Let's talk comps. How do you feel about the current state of skilling competitions, and is skilling dead? Lately, like in the last year, we've just seen like, well, maybe even longer, we've just seen absurd amount of hours being played on average. Records are being broken in almost every single comp. And overall, there's just like a lot of activity. What do you guys think?
I mean, He-Box told me it was dead, so
Must
Yeah,
be
that's
dead.
true.
I don't know, comps are the most fun I've had in the game ever, so I'm really a big fan of comps. And yeah, the hours just keep going up. I feel like every comp just a bit crazier.
Yeah, man.
Have you played? So you played like the Terry and then the handshake one. Was there any other ones you played?
I played Solace Valentine's as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the same for me, man. The comps are what got me into this game, and they're like what keep me skilling. It's like the most fun thing in the entire game for me, and it's really awesome that there's just so many people that like them and that they're so alive. Like,
Were you competitive in like any other like games beforehand, or like why is comps like
I don't know,
how do you
not
get into
really.
RuneScape and think, yeah, I'm gonna play 120 like plus or
I don't know, man. It's just something changed that first Terra comp I played in 2022. Just sleeper agent or something. I don't know.
Whose team were you on?
Oh man, I don't even know who it was. We were just some random team of randoms. I was on Team Random.
You were the random back then. No
Yeah.
offense.
I actually only even got into that comp because they were just allowing all randoms in, and everyone was complaining about it. But I was like,
Oh,
sick,
really?
I'm a random. I'm in. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Goose, he DM'd me saying like, are they even gonna accept me in? And let's see what happened. He did the mining week, so sometimes it's good to add randoms in because
Yeah, man.
that's how like you get into like the skilling scene, right? A lot of people they enter the comp, then they find the teams that they like, and they just join voice and then just enjoy it from there. That's many such cases where that happens.
Yeah. Comps are definitely kind of like the pillar of the community, in my opinion. I think like everyone has had good experiences with comps. My first comps were like the fantasy comps back in the good old days. The one that Randy cheated in was actually the first one I played in, and he actually was cheating against my team when it happened, and we won because they cheated and got. Yeah, actually, no. Let me just fill in some lore here. Randy is so slimy for this. I'm just gonna bash him real quick. So they had a system where if somebody got kicked out of the comp, they could switch in a bench player, and I think it was like back in the day Snoopy or something. I don't know. Someone got kicked out for cheating, and they brought in somebody with higher EHP, so they ended up benefiting from cheating. So fuck that. They didn't let him get away with
like
it
twice
either.
over?
Yeah, exactly. So fuck you, Randy. But yeah, no, I'll always remember skilling competitions, and I think that they're super healthy. A lot of the best recruits that Solace has ever had have come pretty much directly from skilling competitions.
Healthy is not the
And
word
that's
I'd say.
well, actually, I'm totally fine. So I don't know about you guys, but my brain's totally healthy. But I think for the skilling community, it's very healthy, not for the physical body community.
Yeah, I think people are playing a lot of hours today. Not today,
Yeah,
but
they're playing a lot of hours.
nowadays.
That's
Yeah,
beast. I think people need to play more.
I
Yeah,
agree.
let's play more, please, guys.
I do think that
Yeah.
if you are on the fence about signing up for a comp, anyone listening to this, you should 100% give it a shot. I
Unless you're
think
risky.
yeah, unless he,
Lavin.
I thought he was gonna pop off personally. Personally, I thought Rithik
Ah,
was
bro,
about to
he
pop
popped off. Is he being a terrorist? Holy shit.
But I
Kai,
think
man,
that
no flame.
as long as you know you have the free time and you're just mentally all there, I would say that you will do a lot more than you think you can. So I wouldn't be discouraged by like minimum amounts of EHP that you need to enter. Say, if your PB is a 50, you could do much more than a 50 in a comp if you have the time to do it. So don't be discouraged by that. And yeah,
Yeah, whatever
fun.
you
It'd be
think you
interesting
can do in a comp, I promise you will do way more. It's just crazy the motivation you get, and that's how it was for me. I remember, like, I think the first comp I ever tried, I committed to like a 50, and I ended up just playing like 120 or whatever.
It just
That's
happens.
crazy.
You learn, you literally learn mid comp that you are able to get 1-to-1 for a lot longer than you ever thought you could, and more consistently. And for me, it rubs off about 3 days after the comp. I just start being lazy as fuck again. But like, you can really optimize your gameplay when there's like something to do it for. And you just you meet a lot of friends and have a good time.
It'd be interesting, like the Terry comp had like pretty generous scaling. So I wonder, like, next time around, if it's like not as generous, if we'll see like as high on the high end. I think, well, even like the low
I think
end
it's
might
still
drop
going to be
off a
fucked,
lot,
man.
but
Hoping for the
I
brew
don't know.
scaling again.
I don't know if we'll see like
No.
well, like to be like Minolinsky did like over like 160 of like DriftNet, right?
Yeah.
But okay, to be fair, didn't the DriftNet scaling get revised downwards after? Like that was a little unusual, I imagine.
Not by a lot.
What do you mean?
Well,
It didn't
so
affect
it was like
standings that much at all.
yeah, but like so the rate was 120k at the start, but it got revised back down to the EHP rate of 118.5. But it's like now we see people saying, "Oh, drift should be 125." So it's like,
okay, drift should
I
definitely
don't
not be
know.
125, but
Yeah, I think 125 personally is very high, but like the top end rates were like what 131k or something for like a reasonably like good 6 hour. So
yeah, the rates people get at drift now are absolutely fucked.
I don't know, all the old people just do really well at that method. It's I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a wisdom.
What's the question?
We're talking about comps.
With
Yeah,
everything comp.
So we have any other thoughts about comps?
I
When's the
don't like
next one?
them.
Comps
Do you guys
good.
have any ideas on other comp formats? Because I think we're doing like 48 hours, 72 hours in a week, but we don't have as much variety outside of that. I know I mean, we're breaking like 10 years of tradition, right? Just like the time format and EHP. Like, could you think of anything else that could work? I think one thing that
I
we're
think a
doing
30
in
hour comp would be
Solace is
cool.
like getting people to do like 6 hour attempts. I think if there's like motivation for people to do that. It's like a different style of comp, right? That could work. Like currently you have like a bounty for 6 hours to get the rank 1 6 hour in like Gatherer, and if you get that, then we give you a bounty for it. So that's kind of cool motivation. But I don't know if like a comp where or like a week where you try to set your best 6 hour, let's say Granny or something, and you could do something different like that. But I think currently for skilling, it seems to be like based on just like you have like I don't know 48 hours, 72 hours, do your best EHP in it. Seems to be what's being right now. I'm wondering if you could do any other formats.
If you like specify the skill you have to train, then like half the people just get locked out.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, like 6 hour comps. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a 30 hour could be cool, but
Yeah,
like
30
that would
might
be
be
really
cool.
rough on like the start time because like someone's gonna have to like wake up at midnight to start the 30 hour, and obviously you wouldn't be able to
To be
sleep
fair, like
at all. But
people usually try to do like a 6
No, you
hour and
can't.
part of like a 48 hour comp or like a week comp. So I guess you don't need a 6 hour comp. I mean, don't need a 6 hour comp for that. But I was thinking like something like Granite.
well,
It's like crazy. You just have to reset all the time until you get on pace. I wonder if that like help people to
not
motivate
true.
them to like
Resetting
do more
is
attempts.
not a good idea.
Uh,
Never reset a mining 6 hour, no matter how much people tell you.
Even if I'm like,
And like unless you're getting
yeah, unless you get like
132k 5 hours
like,
in,
yeah, if you're going under.
but I think people overestimate how beneficial
Yeah, I'm just
resetting
putting
is.
out there
And
'cause I think like some people they don't have like the time to like do like a week comp or stuff like that. So I don't know if like there's something else out there that you could do to cater to that sort of crowd where they have enough time for like a record, but not like a full comp. If that
The
makes
30
sense.
hour one them.
Yeah. The 30 hour would be
wait,
good. The problem is
Ooh.
that 48s kind of cover the 30 hour, but you do kind of have to prepare for it differently because you're obviously staying up several more
Yeah,
6
30
hours
suits are
after.
one and done. That's the thing. Like you
Yeah.
can start it on the Saturday and then you can crash the Sunday instead of crashing the Monday, which is nice. Because
Yeah.
for 48s, if it's not like a long weekend, you're fucked on the Monday. You gotta take off or you gotta get cancer. Same with the
Yeah.
Friday, depending on your start time. So 30 kind of fixes that.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could
It's
do
perfect for going
like
for records.
I mean,
it's more
to be-
micro based as well.
At this point, people just stay up for a whole 40 hours, so I'm not that opposed to like a 30-hour comp. I think that could be a
Yeah, it's more
viable
micro.
comp format. Something maybe in the pipeline.
Could be cool.
Yeah. I don't know about the time formats, but if there was another skilling clan doing comps, then it would be fun to have comp versus comp. But
True.
since it's
If
only us,
only,
then
bro.
Yeah.
If only.
Too bad there's no other skilling clans. Yeah. Except for
SKSE.
Exceed. Shout out to Exceed.
Yeah. Ethos, please grow. Please add more members.
um,
Old
I think in terms of
one
comp
retweet in a
rules,
comp.
Well, versus, at least.
Yeah.
for comp rules, you could ban Levine. That would be pretty good. Both
Yeah.
from playing and scaling.
Is there any evidence to back that up? Do you have any evidence of that? Otherwise, it's a
His
fallacy.
latest comp performance.
Oh, what about the one before that?
Bruce.
And before that, and before that, and before that, and before that.
All right. Let's stay on topic. Let's. Do you guys have any sleep deprivation stories from comps? Anything funny that comes to mind?
I'll go first. I ended up walking step backwards for like half an hour.
Dude, let's go.
I'm like pretty bad at sleep step, but that's my little case. I've heard, I won't say who, but I've heard people like hear like demons. I don't want to say demons, but like they hallucinate like
Legit.
due to sleep
Yeah.
deprivation. It's like crazy.
Dude, the Hat Man. I hate that guy.
People in
How long were
novels,
you awake when you were running backwards, DK?
probably like 25 hours. Not a sleep dep personally.
I
Consistency,
see.
Andy. So tried it out once and I
Weak-minded.
realized it's not for me.
I would say something that happens to me a lot is when I just don't really recognize the place that I'm skilling. That just pretty much happens no matter what I'm doing. Like it just, if I'm just doing granite, the mind just looks completely different. I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't really feel real.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It just, yeah, it doesn't feel like what you're doing is right or familiar in any way. It's very strange. But yeah, I've heard people see literal like apparitions in game, or they'll get terrified by like a random event or something, or they'll get like taunted by them in some way. So I'm luckily I haven't experienced that though.
I have like kind of the same thing. Like I remember like doing like staying up for like 40 plus hours doing Artefacts, and like I would just go up into one of the houses to steal the artifact, and then I would just like micro sleep, and then I would like wake up and I would just be like lost. I'm like, where the fuck am I? I had to like zoom in to like find a ladder to like escape the house.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't have like anything that crazy. I microsleeped a lot during the end of my agility week, and there would be times where I would like the same thing would happen, where I would microsleep, wake up in just some random corner of SEP that I didn't even know you could like access or get to. Just completely lost.
What
Yeah.
rates were you getting towards the end? Like, were you maintaining 1-to-1 still, or?
Yeah, I was like scraping 1-to-1 at the end. I was scaled to like 102k.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, kind of the same stuff. Blast Furnace, I swear the bank just grows legs and just moves. Like, can't find it now.
I've heard a lot about BF actually, like a lot. Like I feel like that
Dude,
place because it's so like
It's
just
just so
dull
gray,
and
man.
small.
Everything is
and
gray.
Yeah.
How about you, Unreal?
What
Any
about
stories?
Unreal? Yeah.
Not really, like just the typical one where if I was doing CMI, like you end up at the altar and you have full glass in inventory, or maybe I took the long way around a couple times, like the maze, like to the left of the CMI run. I think I accidentally clicked that. I don't know.
You mean like
I
the
mean,
whole, you went the whole way?
I have done that.
yeah, but I mean,
That's relatable.
I was like halfway there. I was like halfway there, so I was like, might as well just go through the shortcut.
Shit.
I had
You
to
have
right
like
click it because I had like it
the
hidden.
shortcut, like. Oh yeah.
No, I
you
had
have
it hidden.
Okay, yeah.
But
So you just like clicked
I
like
just,
somewhere on the path. And,
yeah, I don't really know what
Okay.
happened, but
yeah.
that happened
Respect.
during Terry, yeah, because I stayed up a lot for the first until
Dude,
well,
CMI
incidents
on
happened.
Iron is a dream in comps. It's so good.
Dude, literally everybody does it, man.
It's piss easy.
I mean, the skill is 2,000 hours long. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I swear
think
you
you
guys
should-
make that skill like 10k hours. Literally everyone is doing that shit, bro.
Yeah, I think it's best if you skill hop CMI. Like I really enjoyed the last one where I did like 3 sixes of granite and then I did CMI, and then I went back to granite, but then IRL ragged me, so I had to go. But still, I don't know. I think I could have done that. So try to like alternate, do like 20, like half and half, maybe a bit more at granite ideally.
yeah.
How did you
I-
feel about? Because you're really new on Real. How do you feel about your first comp? I think it was during the.
Yeah, it was really
Terry comp,
fun.
right?
I mean, there was no VC ever, but I mean, I got
Yeah.
joined Solace through it, so it was a good experience.
Wait, which comp was that?
It was
Terry.
Oh
Big
yeah.
lighting comp.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
remember you were
the team
playing.
was interesting, but there were a couple nice people there, so can't complain too much. I haven't had the best luck of teams yet or IRL, but
Yeah.
my third comp I will go nuclear. I'm telling you, like I just
Yeah,
need someone
welcome
to
to the
draft
club,
me and
man.
not have Ritvik or something. I don't know, bro. That guy, I'm
Anyways.
still pissed. Oh yeah,
I not have who?
Ritvik, bro. He was doing Releka roofs.
Oh, right.
Okay, scale to Sep. Scale to Sep.
Okay, I have never heard that before, bro. Was
I
he
looked
really
at his
doing
screen
that?
share. I looked at his screen share and he's randomly saying, "Oh yeah, guys, I should do Releka roofs." I don't know. It's so crazy.
Why? Okay.
Wow. That's epic.
But like, did he say why he should do that? Did he tell you why?
Why should he?
Like,
I mean,
That is
objectively,
5 tick.
when he was doing 5 tick, he was so bad at like he had only stayed up for like 20 hours or something, but he like I swear to God, he said he could like stay up for a week easily, and it was like no big deal to him, and he did this all the time. But that guy was the most tired guy in call. He was getting like 0.3 doing 5 tick. So I Relica roofs until he unlocked already would have been better probably. But it just felt troll. I hope someone
Yeah.
recorded some of his tick manip. Like holy shit.
everyone has those experiences sometimes, But yeah, I'm sure you're gonna pop off in the next one.
I hope
100%.
so. We just gotta get IRL not dragging as well.
Yeah. I mean, I know you could sleep that because like you weren't getting 1-to-1. I think the Terry comp, I don't think you were as prepared for it as. I mean, it's your first comp,
Oh, I know what I did wrong there with CMI. I know there's like a thing where you need to turn off a plugin to not get stalled when you do RC at CMI, and I had that like turned on. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but like
Which
you
plugin?
empty your pouch. It's like an overlap thing in RC utilities where it like auto switches your pouch, and that just makes
Oh,
it so
yeah.
sometimes it just doesn't work. So that was probably like a
Oh, is that
5k
it?
XP rag, and I had that for
Someone
the whole
was
Terry,
asking
and I
me
was
about
like,
that.
yeah, and I had that for the whole Terry, and I was just, holy shit, my rates are so bad. I must be like so bad, but I think it was just that.
Right, I'll have to
So
try.
yeah,
I've seen that happening. I mean, I haven't done RC in a bit, but like during
Yeah.
Guardians of the Rift, it was fucking up and it was really annoying.
I don't know. The
Yeah,
plugin
I
is
think
just
it
like
sends
so
the
buggy.
new-
I feel like
since
my
Because
pouch
they
will just
changed-
randomly will just fill with essence when I'm trying to like empty or something like that.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong.
because they made like the in-game change to
Drift
do
King.
it, and it's just like, I don't know, surprise,
They ruined
surprise, they didn't do as good as a job as the RuneLite devs. Like,
yeah.
personally, sleep depping for this podcast was the most I've ever sleep depped. I slept 7.5, so
Soldier.
Dude, I'm so happy you
Really?
woke up on time.
I think I woke up like 6 times throughout the night, bro. I was like, "Fuck, is it time?"
Is it
yet?"
time
I
yet?
was like,
Excited.
no. It was just,
Yeah,
I don't know, it's just like 10 p.m. It's like shit, right back to bed. Oh, it's
yeah. We saw you go
11
online on
p.m.
Discord and we all started clapping. All right, let us move on from comps. Let's talk about some game integrity stuff. So our next topic is, what are your guys' thoughts on the current state of artifacts? Do you guys think Jagex should fix the current bug? So I guess if people don't know, there are some crazy shenanigans going on at the docks currently. People are doing some like crazy red X stalls and just quite literally abducting the fucking guards off of the docks and trapping them in warehouses. And you're kind of able to just pretty much one-click the whole thing. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it takes away from the method? Do you think they should fix it? What are your guys' thoughts?
I think it's bug
Needs to go
abusing, and
ASAP.
everyone should be banned. Personally,
Oh
Each
man,
yeah,
and
okay.
okay.
every one of them. Clearly a bug.
I mean, it's,
Nah, I'm kidding.
It is
I think,
clearly a
like-
bug, or not intended, rather. I don't know.
No,
I mean, it's
not intended,
completely
like-
fucked, man.
it's a use of a mechanic in an unintended way. It's like sort of like red X shamans, like that all the Iron Man do, but probably like the next step. It's just like it makes the method like, because artifacts is like such a complex method. I don't know if you guys have seen like Carver's tile markers, but he just has like actually 50,000 different colors on the docks for like
Yeah, I
12
use
rep,
those. They're beast. Show it Kava.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
like skips and stuff. So it's like I think that's like such a more interesting method than just like
I agree, man.
clicking
It's
the
so
house
fun.
and
Yeah,
running.
it's
So
pretty
like
boring
it's really
now.
annoying that's kind of taken away.
Yeah, it's a dog shit skin.
There were so many
Uh,
like cool new skips you could do, and now you just fucking
Yeah.
click the Khaled. Like, it's boring.
I don't think anyone should be banned for it. I don't really see it as bug abuse.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should be banned, but
Nah.
But
Yeah.
like,
What's the
Yeah, it's definitely not
increase
too
on
late.
the like the non-bug
5 to
abuse method?
10%.
Oh, that's nothing.
the
5 to
rate
10%,
increase is not
depending on
even
how good you are.
10%. Yeah.
No, it's 5. Yeah, it's like 5. 10 is if you were dog shit before, but yeah,
Yeah.
5%
Alright.
more realistically.
yeah, but it's
just,
5%,
like, so
and
much
you're
more
clicking
easier.
once, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But the multi-skinning is probably a bit better because now you can do it everywhere. Like before, sometimes you would have to like halt it. Now you never have to halt it.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I don't like how it's
They
like
can't catch you.
it gets rid of all like the skill behind the method. Like the hardest thing is
Yeah.
setting up the
like
I don't know
Arling
what you
now.
call it, the guards.
Pathing the
hard
guards is
thing.
what makes that method so fun as well, especially when you're fire making and you're
It's
just
the only
fucking...
skill expression.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're just like lighting fires and you're just fucking jumping over guards. Like, that's epic, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I don't know. People are just gonna do it because it's there and they haven't fixed it. And I don't
Yeah,
know.
do you
like, they
guys
knew
think they'll
about
even
it,
fix
like,
it?
I don't think so.
That would be
I
crazy,
fucking
man.
hope
It's like
so,
a
man.
line of sight stuff.
They will, but I
which
think it
would
will
break
take
so
like
much stuff.
way too long.
It's like not a priority at all.
Like, what
mean,
if...
Except
They said-
instances. This comes out 3 years later, like, oh yeah, we fixed this random shit, guys. Everyone's 200 mil fucking thieving already. It's gonna be
Well,
like,
I
What
think
if
that
they
was 'cause,
fix
like,
it, though,
They didn't
and...
want to. But yeah.
What if they fix it, but then it like also breaks the like southeast and east bridge lures? Like, you can't do that anymore.
Oh
then the
yeah.
method is dead.
Well,
That's
that
what
would
I'm
just kill the
saying, like,
method.
right, but I mean, like,
That's the
surely if
endpoints.
they like
Oh,
had some
experiment
kind of like fix, I could see it like fucking that too.
I've never known this. Are those lures intended? Like, is that how Jagex told us
No.
we're supposed to do it?
No.
Like, what were you
You
supposed
were
to
supposed
do
to go
before?
around.
You're supposed to run out
go
the
like
north
run
docks,
all
I
around.
think.
like the 2-tick spot. Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Isn't it
2-tick
supposed
spot.
to
You're
be like a
like,
viable
Oh my
method?
God.
The bank.
That's
There's
insane.
Like
no way it's
100
supposed to
an
be
hour.
viable. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like when people find this, like that I think that's what like all the good scaling methods are. It's just like something completely unintentional that
Yeah,
people
something like this. Like going
work
back
out
to
and
the start, like
like-
if sailing had something like this where you just discovered like, oh, if you do like X and Y, you can manipulate it and then you get like 20% more XP. I think that'd be really cool. I really hope something like that happens. Like kind of like what we did at Artefacts. Something that like that would be really cool. But let's see.
I think,
I mean,
to be honest, I think I'd rather have no artifacts than have this artifacts. I think I thought about it for 10 seconds, but like,
Really? Damn.
I don't know.
maybe.
I don't
I mean,
think
what
this
else?
artifacts is good for the game or interesting at all. I feel like even if you have to do like pyramid plunder or some shit,
Yeah, like
like
this
it'd be
is
more
basically like
interesting.
thieving Herbivore, basically, right?
I know.
Yeah.
It's better than Pyramid Plunder. I'll say that.
Well, okay, I actually hate pyramid plunder. I don't know how people like that, but I think
I mean, I'd just do
Uh,
Gem Knight if they like patched it completely 100k an hour. I don't care. Then I'm zero time the skill.
oh yeah, I mean
Yeah, same kind of.
even like now
Like-
it's still one of the better zero times if you can do it, but
I don't know.
Gem Knights at 0.9 again would be kind of crazy.
It has. I don't know. It's a bit sad because the meta was so fun, but it was really fun. I was sitting in with like a lot of people in Solace Voids, like Darts, Floral, some other people. Like a couple of weeks after like the release, and we really tried pushing it, and we like found all the different lures and
Oh,
shit
yeah.
in call, and it was like really fun. So I like the community aspect of it, but then after you figure it out, there's not a lot of community aspect left, right? This is one guy that has the 8 alt, sets up the world, and then you're just all on that world. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I like discovering shit,
Yep.
but it's a bit sad that it could have been cool if it was like maybe one guard could be fucked and the XP would be like 1% better, but it's just all of them. It's a bit sad. The method is just dead. But it feels bad not abusing it, because I don't know. I'm so low, I need to abuse anything I can.
That's true.
Yeah, I've never done I've only done the altered method. I've never even tried the like legit way of doing it. Maybe it would be kind of bad to go back to that if it gets nerfed. So personally, I hope they don't fix it.
Hmm.
Or
Yeah,
definitely fixing that.
I think it's really cool how everyone discovered it and they were like working together to like optimize it. But I think it's really bad, and I would like to see it get fixed. But I also don't want like the entire thing
Yeah.
to get patched because, like I said earlier, if they like add a fix and it fucks the like 2 bridge guards that you lured before, then yeah, the method is just completely cooked and just nobody will do it at all.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Yeah.
nice if they were able to like
We
somehow
did a
fix
human
it to like
fix.
how it was before. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's what I would like to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, cool. So the next question is another integrity question, and it is, what are your guys' thoughts on the overnight sleep nightmare zone? So that was fixed, what was it, like a couple weeks ago or something?
It was actually fixed.
And it
Really?
yeah, it was fixed, and it was in the game. Does anyone know how long it was in
Yeah,
the
it
game
was
for?
like, oh god,
It was a long time, man.
yeah, like
It's
2
hardcore
years
crystal, right?
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what
So it
was
was like
the
something.
method? Is it just you put something in your spacebar
Old
and then
space. Yeah.
Allegedly,
Yeah, like
yeah.
every night you accidentally fall asleep on your spacebar.
Oh,
You
yeah.
wake up.
That
Yeah.
was the threat.
and now
Yeah.
you can't do that. You'd have to just like auto click or something. Devious
Yeah,
like
so now
that.
you would
Yeah.
You'd
have to
have to
just
use
straight
the
like
AHK.
But
yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
log out, which is interesting. So from what I've seen, like you'll just like wake up in the middle of the night and you'll just be just sitting there for like 6 hours, just standing in there.
Oh, and then you
So
look
you
I don't.
kind of awkward when you
So it's
wake
usually
actually
up.
under the pillow.
it's kind of nice because that's like one of the really annoying things if you're actually like classically zero timing NMZ with like 20-minute AFK is you would probably get like 30 minutes or maybe a little bit more sometimes of without logging out. But now it doesn't seem like you do log out. So it's just kind of easier to do it in the way that it used to be trained in NMZ. So that's,
Yeah, like
that's
not getting
fine.
logged out.
I think that I abused allegedly the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
For ever since I found out about it like 2 years ago, I've been doing it pretty much every single night allegedly. So I'm really happy
Allegedly
it's gone.
abused.
Personally, I didn't like that was a thing, but I'm just gonna abuse it allegedly anyways.
Yep.
So I'm happy it's gone. I think like it's fucking nightmare zone. We could figure it out. We're fine with 20-minute AFK. I think it's really not a huge thing, but it definitely some people were definitely planning on it being in the game for longer. including myself. But I think people will figure it out.
Yeah.
It was changing the Slayer meta a lot, though. I will say that, especially like the last year, people were just completely neglecting training melees and just using Venbow only. And I do think that that's still a valid way to train Slayer, and use like goadings and stuff like that. I just think it's not going to be as fast because it'll take a lot longer to get your melees out. So it's probably still worth like using a scythe in places where you know, while using that meta, you would just use a Venbow for the better Slayer XP per hour. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think we
Yeah.
may see some more working and some more things come back a little bit as well. I think it's definitely healthy, personally.
Yeah, it's really good that it got removed. I allegedly fell asleep on MySpace for a couple times, maybe.
Mhm.
Bunch cheaters in
I
this
didn't.
podcast. What the hell?
Well, speaking of cheating,
It's just
we can talk about the mining if you want.
Moving on.
What?
No, we'll get there after. Don't worry.
So yeah, I didn't even really know it was a thing for that long. I don't know. I did it for a little bit, and then it got patched. But yeah, I'm really happy it's gone. I think that's like really dog shit having something like that in the game, and I totally understand everyone doing it, but I am just it is just unfucking believable it took that long to get fixed.
So at what point did you like snap and realize, oh, they're not going to ban you for it?
Ooh, I have a really good answer. This, for me, I knew that I was totally fine to do it and not care, allegedly, when they removed the Duke method, but did not fix the root of the Duke method, which is the fact
Yeah.
that you can be logged in
Oh yeah.
for 6 hours straight. So what they did was they stopped you from being able to mine Duke after whatever, I think you collected a certain amount of resources or something. But they didn't fix the actual reason that Duke was a method to begin with. And there I was like, okay, well, they either don't want to fix it or they can't. And that was when I allegedly started doing it every single night and kind of like banking on it being in the game for the future.
Yeah, I was really close to being
Wait.
unworked, but I'm back.
I was gonna do it.
Reworked.
I was gonna do it more, but I was pretty much playing like 16, 18 hours a day. I thought if I looked like I was being logged in 24 hours a day, I think that's not a good look for like the detection system. So I didn't do it. Yeah, I just said I didn't do it.
Yeah, nobody on this podcast did it. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
nobody on the
no.
podcast did it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
of course, allegedly.
I was really hoping it was gonna stay in the game. I hate Slayer.
Mhm.
It's the worst skill on Iron Man, so I
You
don't
have to
really
grow
want
up,
to
dude.
do any gay shit with the Shally. So I just want to do it in class with the Venivo. So I don't know, man.
You will
That's
Charlie
it.
the next,
Uh,
and you will like
Good
it.
and I
shit
also
with
think
the
it's really
Charlie.
okay. Wait, I actually do have a follow-up question because I asked this one. Is it like how long does a method have to be broken in the game for it to be too late to nerf? Do you know what I mean?
Never.
Like-
Never, I think.
Never.
Never.
So you guys think
Like
DriftNet's right now
they
they can
could
just change
they could
it
nerf
and
DriftNet
say,
right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be
I'm
happy.
done
And it
with
would be
that
fine.
place. They should nerf it.
Okay, yeah, but I don't know because I feel like at some point it could be like, okay, this is a broken method. It could just incentivize more abusing, like people trying to, as soon as something comes out, just abuse it for as long as possible. But I don't know, maybe that's healthy.
Like,
I'm just not sure.
they just pick and choose what they want to fix. Like, they don't care how long it's been in the game. I mean, they changed Blowpipe after many fucking years. They did the same thing with like
Yeah.
Void, and people cried and cried about that. But of course, they got over it. Like, they don't care about like how long it's been in the game. They just are so choosy about what they'll actually like be bothered to fix.
I think if it makes the game better, I don't think there's like a time limit for a change. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
it's pretty
I don't think
critical.
the
On,
time
like
should
if
be.
it makes the
Then
game
6 hour
better.
Nightmare Zone should be still in.
I'm really happy they fixed the 6-hour shit. I never did it, and I think Melee Slayer is more interesting anyway.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't go so far as to think people should be banned for it, but I do personally think it's like at least amoral, if not cheating. But yeah,
That's
like
fair.
there's probably still ways you can like go about it. Like sure, like
Yeah,
I'm surprised
that
nobody's
is
like
actually
tried to
cheating
like
then.
still make it work. But
I would never have tried that several times or anything.
Right.
Wait, like,
like I don't know, what if you
what
just
would you
like
mean
tape a
test? Like
mouse to
hold
your
on
hand
different
when you
keys?
sleep?
Different
Like
keys. I've tried like I've tried
Oh, I thought you meant like an AHK or something. I don't know.
I've tried like
No.
like
actual cheating,
stalling, tried like
like
menu.
overnight.
I've tried like opening
Okay, I
skill
see.
menus, all of them and shit like that. And yeah, I mean not
have you
all of
slept
them.
on the keyboard?
Oh, that's what I did before.
Yeah.
Oh, have you tried
That's
it
what
again?
this question is about, man.
Yeah, I have tried it again, and
Yeah.
yeah, you just kind of
Because
just
they don't
sit
like
there.
actually know how like, it works. Like even if you like
Oh.
press another key, like how do you like like if your like character like times out and you stop attacking, like what causes it to like start attacking again?
I don't know. I think there was something wrong with because you used to be always like allowed to just like be like in combat, like even if you're not doing damage for like 6 hours, you used to be able to like tank for a long time. But like something happened with the escape crystal. It like bugged all actions during that time. There was like no cutoff. I feel like somehow for how long. I don't know the technical reason, but basically you were able to actually just do actions, and the only thing that you could do after they removed Duke was melee. I mean, like I think I was like there may have been some agility thing, but I don't know. I don't know if it was actually like worth it at all, but something with the what's that thing in BF where you just like fucking spin the
Or the
wheel the whole time?
bike? Well, you
Yeah.
need
Pump.
But
like
you
to drink
you stopped
staminers, I
doing it
think.
after a while, right? Yeah, okay. That's what it was,
Yeah,
but
usually.
I think NMZ was the only thing you could do it on, and I don't know if they only fixed it with combat, but I just don't think there's anything you can like test it on really in the game that lets you like collect resources infinitely if you are there. So I don't know what extent they fixed it or how they decided to fix it. But
Interesting.
may still be
All right.
broken.
Do we have any other thoughts? Sorry. Do we have any thoughts on game integrity before we move on?
Doesn't exist.
That
It
is
really
very
doesn't
true. Well put.
anymore.
All right.
Social
Get
construct.
rid of mega scales. That shit, I think they
No,
nerfed it like 50%.
go kill
That
yourself,
shit needs to go,
bro.
man.
You have
That shit
cancer. You have
needs to
cancer. You
go.
have cancer. That shit needs to be in the game forever. You're actually trolling.
No.
Isn't it like
That's like the most fair reward ever, bro. It's so much effort for
it's
one
pretty
mega. I don't
nerfed
know,
at
man.
this point. Like, I think you have
Wait,
to
do you
do
mean
like
like
Yeah,
say
it's-
potions. Like level 3 mega skills, I
uh,
think is dead, but I might be wrong on that.
I think you can still like
Not bad, but
fish
it's
like
really bad.
and stuff, but like I don't know like
It's
how
worse.
viable it is at least for like the actual level 3 accounts, but
I think
I think
right
like
now
high
you
scaled raids
basically
is
pay
good,
for
but
higher points per hour raids. It's not like you can just do nothing and get T-Bow nowadays. But I could be
okay.
wrong. I only looked at it briefly.
Unreal just needs something to spend his money on.
I don't know.
I
I
think
think
like
they're
paying
hella
people to
gate.
like scale the raid and like
Yeah.
lure up the shamans and shit for you is fine. Like as long as you're the one like
We have to kill the.
chinning it or whatever.
Yeah, bro. Wait. Oh, so it's fine if they kill Olm as well and shit?
Yeah, I
Because
mean
that
it's
is what
not
it is
like
currently then.
so
You
it's
shin the
like
shamans.
you kill the shamans and the mystics.
Yeah, for the
Is that
range
it?
XP, and then you get the and then you get the reward as well because you
Okay.
don't do
I think
anything.
that's like fine. I don't know if there was like another way you can do it that like
I mean,
is
I
actually
think you
like
can do it
similar
another
to
way,
the
but
old
that's the way
way.
I'm gonna do it with my money.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a
Because
sale.
it's like that's at
Please,
least
someone.
you're doing it on your account. You actually need the chins and the gear and all that shit.
Me
But
don't need any gear. I have my black D hide. That's it, bro.
okay.
It
You
might
don't have void, man.
I mean I have void, but like I don't know. I get a slayer task and shit, so I thought that I don't know. I don't know the calcs, bro. I don't do that PVM shit. That shit's nerd.
Lag D-hide. Like okay.
Yeah, bro, it's biz.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
As
My
long as you
fault.
can't
You're not.
like mega scale. Anyway, yeah, this is PVM kind of, but
Yeah,
Yeah, we need to move
I have
on.
no
All right.
problems with like non-leech mega skills.
One thing can I add just before?
Of course.
I think it's really gay. They for the Yamma boss, they had like this cool ass weapon where you could like theoretically do some crazy alting methods because the spec made it so you always hit.
The horn.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee.
Oh,
Yeah, but they made it so it
yeah.
only
Next
works
step.
in like certain instances, and I think that's really gay because it is limiting a thing.
Wait, really?
would,
I didn't know
like-
they did that.
Yeah,
It only works
It's
for the
not
first
allowed
hit
for
spot.
Iron Man. Iron Man
Yeah,
cannot
it
use
only
is,
works
isn't it?
like. I thought it was for everyone.
Not
It only
anymore.
works in like raids and shit. Oh, okay. For Iron Man, at least,
I
it
thought
only
it was
works in
just-
raids, and I think that's gay.
Oh, okay. I think for
I don't know.
mains it works everywhere. Just it's like only the first hit. So
I
you can't
think
like
it's. I don't
Charlie.
know. It's
or
pretty
whatever, but
minor, from what I
Yeah.
I just think it's
gathered.
gay.
that item's really weird anyway. But
Like I think for speedruns, like it's not even that good because I mean you're gonna assume that you're gonna land your specs, right? So I don't think.
yeah,
I think we'll look into it more. Yama's coming out next month. But I don't think it's that great. But the slash armor and double death charge is gonna go crazy, man.
I went to mine
PvP
myself some slash
gaming
armor
right now.
from the wall.
Yes.
3-tick sweat rag. I can't wait.
Oh, did you guys see the gnome cube? Wasn't that like in the preview?
Yeah.
They said it was like a gnome cube,
Yeah.
but then they clarified that it's not. Oh, that was a crazy like.
I don't
6
think it's an
hours.
item. You just like mine the rock.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be for just that
Tyler.
specific area, but it was funny when that happened. Everyone's like, oh my god.
I was.
They
I
scared
was-
us. Like the wording, like
Yeah, it's the wording.
see
Yeah,
it.
that was terrible wording.
you can't
man.
see a pestle
Like,
and mortar, but he's still ticking. What's happening?
Yeah.
Dude, they knew what they were doing, man.
The gnome cube.
All right.
All right, cool. This next question is a big one. What do you guys think about Runecraft EHP moving away from 0-4 and more towards duo? So right now, this has kind of been like a meme question for a while, but it's actually like serious discussion now because the availability of runners is like completely fucked. They're charging like an arm and a leg, and it's even just filling like one session is pretty hard. What do you guys think about like main or just RC HP going to duo after all this time?
It's one of those things where like it's efficient, right? But no one does it.
But
Is
it's
that
not
correct?
that nobody does it. It's you can't do it. It's efficient, but you effectively can't.
But
do
how come
it.
you can't
So,
do
like,
it? Just so me and like other people can
there
know.
aren't runners.
There's no runners.
just aren't runners.
Oh,
The
what?
runners,
You can't.
What?
like-
What are
the runners are gone, bro.
What happened?
They all got banned.
They all got banned, and that's the reason their prices are
They
up
banned
too.
legitimate players from Egypt, Venezuela, and
Yeah.
Pakistan. What the hell? Jesus. I didn't know the terrorists hit that hard. The fuck?
So yeah, so for like context, the like we said, the availability is like really low, and when like calcing the EHP and like the hours, like the price per runner was put at like 12 mil because you just have to pay like a fuck ton just to convince like one runner to run for you. So filling a session with
how
four
much are you
just-
paying at the moment?
Oh, that's insider information.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, I mean the method shouldn't be EHP if you can't do it. I think, like I know it's been a while and the runs haven't come back. I don't even think the money's like that big of an issue. Like it's obviously a lot of money, but I think like RS3 is so easy. Like, I don't know, maybe making 60 bills like not going to be that fun. People already didn't do it for 7 mil an hour runners, but like if you just there's no runners, there's no reason for that to be the method.
Yeah, like at this point, since it costs so much, and it's EHP, shouldn't like the crystal bodies also be EHP then?
Well,
They just-
that's like the argument is like, okay, if you get rid of O4, do you like bring crystal keys as like smithing and RC or smithing and crafting? Because it's like the next best option for GP. But
So
I
if
don't
that
think that method
happens,
is really viable.
will you be
Yeah,
able
it's
to do crystal keys for like records?
I
guess.
I don't know.
Or you're gonna have to go down the category rabbit hole.
I don't think that method should be efficient either, even if it's like
Yeah.
viable in terms of cost, just because like the prices are like so like unstable. Because like if the bots get banned, like the price of crystal shards just goes like really high. And like, are there even that many crystal keys in the game for everybody to do it? Probably not. But I mean, smithing to 1+1 is also like an argument. But yeah, I don't think runners should be 0-4. I think Dolo/Duo is still
Yeah.
reasonable. I don't know what the rates are,
Mhm.
like 150 or some shit, but I think a lot of people are on board with getting rid of 0-4.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I,
think it's
I
much
do
more
think it's
popular now.
right.
I think that's
I
like
think
a
that
really legitimate decision. Like, if you just
Well,
can't do
people
the
always
meta.
wanted it because they're lazy, but like now it's like, yeah, there's like an actual reason to get rid of it,
Yeah.
other than just,
Like-
oh, I don't
like-
want to make the money.
Yeah, I think for me, I used to not care. Like back in the day when I first started playing and I was kind of thinking about RC in the back of my mind, I had no problem with 04 being like meta because yeah, there was ways to make the money and the runners I think were not like a problem then, but I kind of still knew I was gonna do mostly duo anyway because I didn't want to finish with pennies, um but now it's just completely different, man. Like it's just fucked. Like just make it duo.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's like the argument about how much you would get like over or whatever. Like I feel like having 0-4 in a spot where you can get over, but the barrier to entry to gaining EHP and the skill is like lower. So like if it's what would it be, like 155 or 160, something like that? Necro, do you know?
For rates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's like
off
if
the
you have
top
a
of your head.
good runner, it's like 160-ish.
Okay, yeah. So even if you were doing like, you know, like just running pure S, you'd be getting 0.5 at ZMI, for example. If you were like doing that, or if you were mining day alt, it would just feel better for people. I think a lot of people find that RC is a little bit daunting, just because you get 0 EP, and I don't know. I don't think anyone would really be too mad to see people getting a lot over for paying like 50 mil an hour
I
or
think
some shit.
it
But
wouldn't even be like the most GP efficient of EHP you can get. I think like
mhm,
the crystal keys are
smithing, yeah.
maybe even better at that point.
hmm
But like, yeah, like if you want to play that many ults to be able to get slightly over, like I don't know, you probably end up just losing that time back from like losing time from playing 20 ults like on the main client. So
Yeah.
Right.
like I don't think getting slightly over is an issue if you can somehow get a blue moon or what's the full moon and get all the runners together. But
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
I agree. And also, like back in the day, like realistically, how many people even did 04 for all of RC without like any loans or any services?
well,
It
like I
cannot
mean,
be that
services were
many.
like legal. Well, they were a thing back then, so it's like, why would you not do it?
Yeah,
So
yeah, no,
you have like,
yeah, for
and then
sure.
in terms
But
of loans, it's like if you get to that point and it's like I mean maybe like it's just as a non-main I find like loans more acceptable because it's like if you're a main and 0-4 wasn't a thing for the first couple years you're playing, and then you get to the last two skills and it becomes a thing, like how are you supposed to make the money?
Right. It was
As
unless
long
just
as you
you're
pay
running,
them
suddenly meta.
back, as long as you pay them back. But I think yeah, like nowadays people just like even if they have the money, they just don't do it because they'd rather not end the game with zero money. Like they just want to have like gear for post healing or whatever. And
yep,
yeah,
yeah, that's definitely how it is for me. I think even if I had the option, I wouldn't. So, all right. So the second part of this question is there any other EHP changes you would like to see for your game mode specifically?
um,
I know there's a couple things being talked about in the Discord about that. Just like pretty minor adjustments though.
yeah, it's
Uh
mostly just like rate adjustments, right?
yeah. I mean, I would say honestly, Slayers definitely just needs to be looked at this point. There's too many changes that have happened. I don't know how to really even go about doing that, but at some point that needs to be updated, I would say. I think there's
Do you
just
guys
too many
think
things that
defense
are
should
changed.
be bonus XP from Slayer if it's like viable, or if it's like more efficient, or should it still just be like each in the defense?
It's weird now. Yeah, I don't know. The Venbo is just so good. Like I actually think like I think the average player now is gonna do a lot less chinning in general. But you also do a lot
But
more
like
grogging with goading.
if Chally on defense is like more efficient
Right.
for like the efficient list, like, or is that something like people care about or not? Because like as an Iron Man, like we have all our melees through Slayer, and so I was a little surprised when I kind of learned that defense wasn't like outside of the barrage defensive, obviously, but I don't know if that's like a hot topic or something. I don't think many
Yeah.
people
I don't think
pick melee
anybody
Slayer anyway.
even talks about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I the thing is I went through all of Slayer with like not considering melees in the slightest. I didn't give a shit. So it was yeah. I
Interesting.
plan to do those all just in NMZ anyways. And I actually think that that's going to be a very popular way to do it, man. Because like when you use a Venbo and you look at your XP per hour, and then you think like I could just like I have a life, I could just zone.
Yeah.
It really tempts you. I feel like.
Have you finished woodcutting, or have you still got that left?
Oh, dude, I've been saving that. I got 50
Because
mil. I got
like
like the whole skill.
I guess one thing for me is like sure, like it's easy enough to do the zone, but like it's one of the worst, like, or it's like the worst AFK thing I think I'd even bothered logging in for. Like, at least for Iron Man, it's
Yeah.
0.15, and it's probably even worse for mains. So it's like,
I feel like the
Yeah.
zone you can switch off completely from the game. Like even with Redwoods,
Yeah, like
I
you
have
can
to like
do it
tuning a
no
little
matter
bit.
what. Yeah. It's just like another option for like an absurd amount of AFK. So like
Yeah.
there
yeah,
are just
but
some times where you just need that to fit in. Like if you just like work or something and you just actually are like, say you like work in like you just can't be on your phone. There's just no way.
yeah.
You could sneak away every like 20 minutes or whatever and click that. But I don't know. It's
But
not
like
great.
sneaking
I
away
think
every
it's
20 minutes and clicking the redwood tree is like probably just better. Like,
Yeah, it might be.
so
Might be, but it's not
It
satisfying.
might
It's
be.
like you just know
Yeah.
you're logged out, even though the numbers might say otherwise.
yeah,
Yeah, in terms of like ease of use, like it is right now with NMZ, you're literally if you have something on the spacebar, you won't auto retaliate, but you will stay logged in, from what I've
yeah, that's
seen.
true.
So that makes it like super easy to just like conceptualize doing. But that's a very specific thing. I do think that like people that are actually playing the game, um, a lot more actively will definitely,
I think mentally, right?
not have to do that.
Like you just know you click your number zone, you don't have to do anything for 20 minutes. But with Redwoods, you'd be tempted like to click every 5 minutes, so you just
Yeah,
get distracted, even if you can't do
yeah.
that. Yeah, it's
You're
just
just
a
logged in. So.
mental mentality.
Dude, I hate logging in and going on Chrome Remote and I'm logged out, bro. That sucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you not a
zone
splash top
is
user? Gotta get on splash top. It's way better.
Splash Top is sick.
Yeah.
I paid for the subscription. I love
Yeah.
it.
I've tried it.
Even though I
It's
don't
like $2 a
remote
month,
that much.
and it's just like
Yeah,
Chrome
it's-
Remote, but better.
So beast.
Guardy's probably
I would
earning so
try
much
it,
commission
but
from the Solace clan.
Yeah. Promo code.
there's no point in me using
Promo
it with
code
my
UIM.
nightmare zone.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have anything you can do with it, so.
Yeah. How about you, Spooky and Unreal? Any changes you'd like to see?
Well, I haven't tried the method myself, but Dolo BF looks fun. Maybe that would be, I don't know at all, like what the consequence of that would be, but maybe that's a potential change at some point.
Yeah, I agree. Dillo
I've
looks sick.
been seeing Rest do that. Looks fun.
Yeah, that guy just
Yeah.
dropped an atom bomb with Dillo smithing.
I think Fe Papi is a dirty little liar when it comes to Iron Man EHP.
You mean
I
would never
don't
make
have
anything
any.
up.
I don't have any sources, but like I feel like half of the PVM on the spreadsheet is just there's no way sufficient, bro. There's no way,
What PVM is on the spreadsheet, man? Zura and
bro. There's no way
Warcraft,
there's no way I should kill any Solar of Warcat in 2025, bro. It's 2025. Like there's
I'm
no
telling
way.
you, look at the sheet. You like,
Yeah, but like, there's
I
no
don't know.
reason for me to do anything like that. I don't know. There's no way. And then like I don't know. I feel like you're like I'm gonna look at that shit one day and I'm just gonna see like okay, this guy is made up numbers to get 2-1. Like there's no way.
okay. To
Some of
be
it is,
fair,
I don't
a
know.
lot of
It
Zura was
seems
for
weird.
blue pipe luring because that was like
Yeah.
actually efficient. It's obviously not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, he's goading
Yeah,
that.
Venom
I
out
see.
for
Uh,
Slayer.
Yeah, you just
Venom out
goading.
for Slayer for sure. That's the thing we need to put. I'm gonna
I mean,
I'm gonna
what are you Venom
rape
ulting
Slayer.
next? Like,
Yeah, all of next. That shit speeds it
Yeah,
up
I
by so
mean-
much. 6 Venom outs next, Slayer Tower. That's gonna be golden.
Dude, what
I mean, if
happened to the
anybody
rings,
does that
man?
ever, I'm happy to
I do
to run
two.
NG change. But
I do 2, but I wanna do 6. That's the goal before I do
like,
Evil
if
Slayer.
you do it, man, and it's like
I'm gonna do it.
viable,
I'm
like
gonna-
I'm all for it. But
Okay, yeah. I just think Venom out for Slayer seems beast. I don't know. That's
I think
sucks, so
Venom
let's
ult
make it a bit
the
more
barrage
active.
next is like
Oh yeah, the 2
not
rooms.
viable.
I mean, if you don't do that, you're trolling. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's viable because like half the time, like it's just so busy
No,
you
you-
can't get 2 rooms.
No, but you need to herb bank stand for 1-1. So you save your herb for bank standing. That's what I mean. That's
Well,
100%
so
the
you can
efficient
get
thing to do.
1.04. Was it? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
I
that's
think
just
like
better.
those sorts of micro efficiencies are like
No one crashes you, so you
irrelevant.
just gotta find a double roll. It's worth it.
If you want to get 5% over on an inefficient task anyway, instead of just meleeing them, like you can do that. But
Jeez.
well, actually, I think you're
I mean,
supposed to
yeah.
barrage some next. But
I mean,
okay, the thing
it's
with the
tactical.
Vorkath actually is like a lot of it's with the ratio. Like you either get like too much prayer or too little prayer. Like so, like putting in the Vorkath is actually like it like evens the list out.
You got to have an actuarial degree to understand Iron Man HP. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we'll see.
I did make up some numbers in the sheet. The mixology, pre-99 con, they're off the dome, but I don't know, man. I'm just like not putting in that much effort for shit like that because it makes like no difference. Like to be honest, okay. So the current EHP for Iron Man 200 lol is 19702, and I intended it to be 19700 on the dot, but the website gives you 1 EHP for 0 time skills. So like magic and HP give you 1 HP each. So it was like +2. But yeah, I kind of just like made up some of the numbers until it exactly went to that. But
Oh,
it's,
don't
like,
say that on the
Right,
podcast. You're losing credibility.
no,
This guy
whether it's
loves
like
making
2
up
hours,
numbers.
whether it's like 2 hours longer or shorter, like it makes no difference. Like
2 hours,
I don't know.
13 minutes, and 22 seconds into the VOD, Fe Papi announces that he made up some of the Iron Man.
Only a little bit. I don't even remember what I changed. I think it might have been the Slayer. Oh, it's the pre-99 Slayer rate. I changed by like 15 XP to make it like exact. But
Just
Ooh,
digging
Levine in
a
the chat.
hole.
I wonder what he thinks about that.
but yeah. I don't know, in terms
All
of
right.
EHP changes. Oh, like sorry. I don't know if there's like much Iron Man stuff because that like all
No,
got
no,
done
go on if you
recently.
got something to talk about.
I guess like artifacts if that stays in the game, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal at the moment if people are getting slightly over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like most of the Iron Man skills are up to date. So
Cool. All right. Our last topic before we get into chat questions is who is on your Mount Rushmore of skilling? So in other words, what are your top 4 skillers?
Hmm.
This
Need
is
to
a tough
ponder on
one.
that one.
Yeah.
I mean, this question's really just top 2 skillers because it's like surely everybody picks Heigl and Lynx, so it's like who are your next 2
Wrong.
favorite? Like,
Yeah, I
Wrong.
wouldn't pick either of them
It's
personally.
my
Oh.
Mount Rushmore, Poppy. You need to remember that. It's not your Mount Rushmore. It's mine.
Yeah,
I don't know,
don't
but surely
assume.
everybody just says those 2.
It's not objective, right? It's like who inspired you, maybe more.
Yeah, it could be who
Or-
inspired you, or that's mostly what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, that's.
it could be
that's
however
how I
you
took
want
the
to take
question.
it.
Well, I guess I'll start. Heigl and Lynx,
Uh,
Rodney Farver, and I don't really have a fourth because it's like you have like rank 1s, and then obviously Rodney just played the most ever. So yeah, I'll have to come back to you on the fourth, but those are the 3 at least.
For me, I was very inspired by players like Vior and Bailey when I would listen to the Solace podcast when I was just completely cancer low. Also, I would say a player like Rodney Farva, just because that guy's a freak. And I'm also going to say pre-speedrun Hebox was a big inspiration for me, actually. The old like Lost in a Flow videos and stuff. When I was getting into skilling, I thought that was a beast.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I have my list here. So whatever the biggest head is, it's going to be Dave. And I don't have to explain. That guy has inspired so many people to play the game. No, I'm not even kidding. I swear to God, I was low and I was in Dave's stream one time. He was doing BF, and he was like, he was like a father to me for like those like 30 minutes that I was there. But yeah, no, it would be Dave. I mean, come on, that's an icon. That's a pillar. That's Dave. We're getting him up there. We're getting Bailey and Vior, 100%. And then honestly, probably got to put Sean Bay up there too, in my personal opinion. Just like, S on my chest and then Dave, I'd say, personally.
Yeah.
You go next.
Okay. I think the biggest head, I have to put Wizard. Dude is a legend. Just plays the game like he wants. Streams like every day 6 hours. I have to put him up there. And then the other 3, man, I'll put like people who have been like most supportive and friendly in the community, I feel like. So I'll put up there Florals, Seek, and let's do Joe Swifts.
Damn, Swifts would look crazy up on Mount Rushmore, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a driver's license, but is on Spooky's Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, man.
Sorry,
Beast.
that was a bit of blame. Me, honestly, oh my god, where'd I start? Right, I gotta say, it's not. It kind of is like a different Mount Rushmore, but the old Solace gens, they had that aura about them that I really liked, and I kind of looked up to you. So like Bailey, Ely, Vior, who else? Dumbfounded as well. There was an aura around them like that. I really, really respected, and I kind of enjoyed like the vibe of skilling that they gave. It's like, I guess the TS presence, the enjoying trance, and kind of pushing like the gatherers and all the other skills. I was an outsider back then, so that really kind of inspired me. I mean, I could always put like Mount Rushmore like the best skillers like objectively, but I think that's been overdone at this point. So I was putting like a different perspective. Like, I just thought that sort of generation, like if people know like Vior, Bailey, Blind, Dumbfounded, like that generation of like leaders, and that's where I started from, like Sean Bailey. That was crazy. So yeah, I'd say that is all of my Solace Rushmore.
Yeah, Solace Rushmore.
Yeah.
Solace Rushmore, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. If
Always
I had
has
to
been.
take Dave out of there, I guess I'd put DF there. It is what it is.
Yeah.
The GOAT. But Dave, I mean,
Crazy.
hard to compete.
I think for my fourth one, I'd put Wukek. That guy was
Ooh.
literally Hitler before he quit.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say it inspired me, but like when I started playing, he had like and maybe it's inspired, but he had like the right mindset. He was like the same in terms of like the macro and the sheets behind the mode. It's kind of unfortunate that he couldn't maintain from a RuneScape perspective, but yeah.
Okay. Guess for mine, it wouldn't be in a specific order. Fuck. I would put. Okay, I gotta think actually. Like I'm so new again, I can't put anyone like that finished the game. Well, obviously they can have finished the game before me, but I can't put links or something because I just I never like heard of them. I guess I'm gonna put T-Box probably for making the. I don't know, like I like his old videos. He made a video where he did like 2 service accounts, 2 tick swords, and a rune dragonaut, and that's like one of the first skilling videos I watched because I remember like a guy in Twitch linked it, and I was like, holy shit, this looks so sick. Like I want to do this. Obviously, I didn't realize it was an Iron Man, so like it was kind of pointless. But I don't know. That guy. Then we're gonna do. I guess Minna Linsky. He streamed quite a bit when I was like first getting into skilling, and I enjoyed listening to his stream. And I think he's like his appearances on the Solace Podcast have not been golden and shit. Like before, I don't know. I mean, he's not in Solace anymore, but it was a really fun dude to listen to. Then I'll put probably I guess Bailey. I also listen to all of his rambles. Like his YouTube is pretty goated. And then for the last one, I really don't know for the last one. I don't know. I'll just say pass, I guess. I could say like some random, like not some random. I could say like Lynx, I guess, or Higer. Like someone who's just goated at the game and like.
Settled, maybe?
Okay. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah,
My
you
bad,
actually
my
might have to put settled.
Settled,
Yeah, I'll put
JCW,
it
the
settled.
engineer.
Put McTile up there.
What about JCW? Did you watch his and like his speedrun as well? Or?
I did. He did the Barbler earlier, so I remember I did watch that one.
I feel like everyone says like Keybox when it's like the skilling speedrun, but and JCW was like
yeah,
first, I
did.
guess. But
Yeah, no, I watched that one as well. But I think Keybox had more of an influence on me simply because he had a lot more like older videos that I could just go back and like watch on repeat and listen. I like this music style as well. Like some of the early Lost in the Flows, they have very good music. I still like the Sepulchre Man a lot. I don't know, that one's really goated. It's like crazy music.
Oh, the Sepulchre guide. Oh my god, the original one.
Yeah, exactly. He just did a lot for the. I mean, he got me into skilling. I probably wouldn't be skilling without him and Cell. Well,
I think he was one of the first skillers I listened to his Save cast because he was like almost finished, and that was like when I was starting. So
his Save cast, the early ones were goated. He had 2.
Yeah.
They're both really.
Yeah, those did frag. I remember those. All right, cool. So those are all great Mount Rushmores. We got a little bit of time for a couple questions from chat. We have a question from Turnt. He asks, question for Fe Papi. Are your feet cold?
My feet are not cold. They're very warm on my carpet on the floor.
All right,
Wow.
great. Glad to hear it.
But actually, there's a question from Michael for Fe Papi as well. Go down the top 15 mining records for the 6 hour and tell us which one's the best.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm doing the mining 6 hour document, bro. I will cook something up.
Ooh.
And first name at the top of that list. I wonder if you could guess. Guess who that might be.
Say it.
Oh.
What do
I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, I won't say who, but there's a few alleged cheated 6 hours.
I see.
It's just allegations, no hard proof, but yeah, there's a few suspicious 6 hours.
Rose doing the analysis on old update tables.
Yeah. When I get the time, though, I'm clearly doing a gatherer, so I can't do anything else at the moment. So you have to give have to give me a bit of time. But
All right,
So
we
how
waited
does
to
it all
rest for
start? Did you
that.
just look at the mining records like randomly and say, this guy's not this good at
uh,
mining?
well, so like, I always remember there was like no, not sentiment, but like kind of joke that like you cheated your 6 hour or whatever. And I mean, I never paid it too much attention, but I think it really came with the Swifts one because like, Turn
Did you?
Turn DM'd me. He's like, "Yo, can you check the 6 hour?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that is fake as shit." Um,
No.
I've got an alibi
no,
from WooCake,
spooky man.
actually. That Swiss mining is verified by WooCake. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
As his
yeah. I mean,
teammate at the time, I won't say anything.
if someone can explain how his update table is legitimate, I'll be happy. But I like there's some where it's like, okay, the update table is just suspicious. This one is I can't actually figure out how you would do this. So
What, you got like
without
3K
Stardust.
in this like update table or something?
Well, he's like 5 minute was fucked. Like the update times was like really weird. It was just like I don't know. You'll see in the doc, bro. It's coming in whenever I make it.
Expose.
Manifesto.
Unless the Solace gens keep me down, bro, because
Hey.
suspiciously a lot of Solace members on that list. But
Allegedly.
obviously there's real allegations. There's no hard proof. But
Right.
yeah, on that I do think like everyone should like record a 6 hour. Like if you're going at like if they just made like top 25 mining requires 6 hour, I think that would be cool because that's like the one like that's like the easiest to cheat. Like it's kind of hard to
Yeah, I
cheat
wouldn't
like
mind that.
Yeah.
agility or
Yeah.
other things because like there's only like specific like for agility like there's only a specific XP amount you can get based on like the amount of floors you do and the amount of I guess floor 2 norths you get, but yeah, mining specifically. Are there any other one like fishing is like I don't think you can or hunter or woodcutting, yeah. Like I don't think you can really like store XP. At least to the same degree as mining. Yeah, it is kind of just funny when it's like
tough because
someone you like know is not very
it's a
good at
weird
mining,
because
and then they
you need like full video proof, right? So it's literally the thing that's invisible that you're wearing anyways. You just don't know if it's charged or uncharged. That's the problem.
well like
Oh no, actually,
in my
I'm
like
sorry. With video evidence, yes, you can see the triple rolls, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just
no,
like
not even the triple quadruple rolls, but like
quadruple rolls. Sorry, yeah.
at the start of mine, I like hovered over my ring to show that it was uncharged. Like,
Yeah,
I technically could have spliced the video, which I realized later. But I mean, obviously I didn't do that. That's fucking retarded.
yeah. I think you
But
need to like check the charges, right? Because you could like put in like a little bit to get you like a better odd of getting a good record, right? So even
yeah,
full video evidence isn't enough. If you literally have to check that it's being uncharged.
yeah, that's like, I guess like the
There's
biggest in terms of
levels
like
to this, you know.
competitive mining is just putting in like 50 dust, because like those extra on average like 5 rocks is like such a big difference when it comes to like the chance of getting the rack.
Yeah, exactly.
And because like people will reset for a good first hour anyway for some reason, even though I don't think that's the best way to do it. But so it's like just having a good first hour doesn't necessarily like disqualify something. But I think if you are doing a mining 6 hour, you should have to like mouse over the ring before you like log in to show that it's uncharged.
But I mean, it's kind of a moot point
But
at
yeah,
this point
otherwise you
because
can't know.
I mean, you can say they're cheap, but I think most people don't care about records besides top 3.
I mean that's true. I think mining it specifically
Yeah,
is
mine
like a
is
lot
like
more
different, right? It's like the
competitive,
most
but
prestigious one by far. So
yeah,
also most competitive.
it's like
which
I don't know,
is, yeah.
like I did like an okay 6 hour. I was like 132.5, and I just got ranked 21 or something. It's like, damn, there's just so many people that have done like really good mining 6 hours. Whereas like any other skill, you'd get probably like top 5, or at least top 10.
We need a vortex category. That's.
True,
I
man.
mean, I did that spot a lot, but it's just crazy what it looks like now.
We need a vortex sound on category.
I had to turn the sounds down today. I was
Oh, he's locked
devastated.
in.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a couple more chat questions before we end. If you see something that catches your eye, just go ahead and read it out. Earlier, Bales asked, what do you guys think about Agi going to no loot? Since the price of rings is just completely fucked.
9 mil.
I think it shouldn't be no loot. Well, it's like the septellies are efficient to get for artifacts, but it's like, I don't know. Do you want to make the sep rate like 50 mil looting and then like 150 mil no loot?
But is it actually
I think it's
efficient?
especially.
Can't you like is like telling to the bank better than trading and all? If you really want to do that.
I guess trading an alt's probably technically more efficient,
Yeah,
but
it's an extra whole row.
yeah, I mean, I think just having like the Agi rate 102, and then I don't know, maybe you could have thieving at like the septelli rate or something, and you're supposed to like use those or have an alt trade, but I mean, would alt trade even like be better than like septelli? It's so quick.
I'd probably rather Septelli if it was me.
I'd definitely rather septelli, but it's like,
Yeah.
especially if
Like-
you're alt trading like log, like if you're doing like fire making,
I mean,
it's like you're just not doing that with an alt.
I think
To-
it's so
to trade,
insignificant.
maybe it's
Yeah.
discussion
Yeah.
for like
Well,
another time.
yeah, but yes, Agi should be no loot,
Okay.
especially with duo RC.
From that picture.
Thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
Yes, I eat pineapple on pizza all the
It's
time.
It's
Just
Yeah.
me. All right, Brett, you have so much cancer. What the fuck is this?
I mean, I'm scared. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Ah,
Bruh.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
All right, we'll take one more question. Bala asks a good one. He asks, could you see them adding any significant methods for sailing XP that will be buyable?
No.
I agree. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's really.
At least I hope not. I mean,
I'm pretty confident that the trials would be the best.
yeah.
Unless they have like building ship, like, and then destroying it like construction, that's like somehow
I mean, that'd
meta,
be
but
bad.
That's how it was going to be when they
Uh,
pulled it in like 2015 or whatever. You just like, it's just
I feel
con
like,
two.
What I heard is
yeah,
they're gonna
if people
make
are doing con
like
2s, they'd remove
parts
it,
of your boat
but-
like be quite pricey, but I don't think it'll be like convert like resource to XP in that sort of viable way. But you
But
might have
it'd
to
be like
pay a
a
bit of money.
demonic throne kind of shit,
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
right?
Just like a one-off upgrade. I think it might be that, as opposed to
Yeah.
something you just buy and just dump for XP.
And we could. I think Paddy asked a question in the podcast 40 channel that he did it like 24 hours ago.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, late to the party here, but what do you think has been the most competitive record of recent times?
Most competitive.
How recent is recent? Like,
Less than a couple months. Maybe
Player
this year.
month. Gotta be.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's
Yeah.
really competitive. Like, I don't know, like,
Competitive people doing it, probably like Sep records or something, right? Sep is pretty popular throughout the game.
It's popular for like a year, like people going like improve on the 6 hour and the day.
Yeah, that was like a year ago when like I know it was like me and you DK, and then Crimp kind of just came in and destroyed it, and then
You destroyed it.
I mean I don't I don't know if that would be like recent, but I don't know. I think like overall like mining week is just like forever throughout time, and still is like I got beaten by what Jeff what's his name?
Elixir.
Jeff Epstein.
Elixir.
Elixir, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Elixir did
Yeah.
it like what 2 years ago, and then like Azul and now, and I know Darts is thinking about either a mining
Yeah.
day and then into the week or something. So it's like I guess by default I'd probably go
I
mining
mean,
week.
mining in
but,
general, yeah. Mining month as well is pretty sick.
I don't like in terms of like skill records, they definitely aren't like that popular anymore. But that's just because a lot of them are just like so like pushed.
Yeah.
I think it's more about like the competitions for competitive like short-term skilling now. But I really would like to see somebody go like the fishing. Like surely somebody beats that. Woodcutting.
People aren't trying hard
When's the
enough.
dock dropping? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you'd think fucking 1.3 bill would be enough motivation, but
Yep.
okay. To be fair, I guess there have been some attempts at fishing.
There's been more
but
attempts than there were before, but
the
no one's
bloody
actually like
It's tough.
finished it. It is
the
hard.
PK
Yeah.
or what the was it Eliop or something that PK'd at the fishing guild, and then
That was a
like
fiasco.
yeah,
Oh my
like I think
god.
Tortu got ragged during his 10-minute ride or something like that, and it's just like that's
That's
obviously really
okay.
shitty.
Why are
but-
they there? I would just never be there. Like it's actually just a clown fiesta at the fucking fishing guild every time someone goes
Yeah.
for
I
it.
mean, PKers, man, they're fucking trying to get that 10k of fucking sardines. I don't know what the fuck is swordfish, I guess. I haven't done that method.
Yeah.
I guess Bala did ask about the thieving 6 hour, but I wouldn't really say that's competitive. That's just the method being a thing.
Flavor of the month.
Like if the record is literally free to beat because the method's 20% faster, then
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call that competitive. But yeah, actually the Slayer 6 hour. Tortu smoked that, didn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought
that
that is
record
the
was
least
never gonna be
competitive
broken.
like record ever.
Yeah. Just completely raped it.
I think whenever someone takes a record, there's going to be like multiple attempts following up. I think kind of just like jogs people's memories about like records. Anytime it shuffles, people sort of start to think that they could go for it as well. So it always,
Yeah.
when someone takes a record for whatever reason, it always kind of leads to a bit of a resurgence of going for that specific record. So yeah, we'll see.
I think records aren't as hard as like people might think. It's like I never thought I'd get anywhere close to rank 1 in a record, but then it's just you just do it, and it's like, oh, I can actually play better than maybe I thought, because you're not like, I don't know, just typing on Discord or something all day. Like, you're like actually focused. But and there's obviously like I don't think I'll ever get close to the mining one, but that being said, I don't think records are fun, but it is cool seeing people do them.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely not for me, but I do enjoy seeing some crazy records.
Well, I mean, you did do a 150 of fucking Agi, but
Yeah, that shit was easy, bro. Someone needs to do like a 160 or something.
dude,
I actually
you
trolled
had like
so
4 hours of crafting. I was so
Dude.
sad that you like didn't have more XP.
Dude, I'm such a
Yeah.
retard, man. I just didn't think it was gonna be that easy, so I only gave myself like a little bit of XP to like I was like, you know what, if I want to go for the week, then I'll have enough. But I ended up just having like 6 hours left at the end.
Yeah, I think even 17 mil is possible. Like,
Yeah, man.
to me, like agility is the easiest comp skill.
Yeah,
But
if you can keep up the rates while sleep depth, it's pretty doable.
I don't think
Yeah.
102k is that hard to do sleep depth. But
No, I
that
mean
being
like,
said, I
if,
never
I mean
have. But
you can
like
go
the
up to
first
like
like
108, right? So if you can maintain that
well,
sleep depth.
110.
Yeah,
But
the average just fucking tanks, man. You don't know.
Yeah, it's
I feel
Like
like
day
it'd be
6 and
good.
7, you just got the hat, man, just like hitting you, just boxing you the
you
whole
just, like,
time.
at that point, if you're just like clicking forward, it like sure your floor fires might not be
No,
great, but
You're
like
not clicking forward. Everything is moving, bro. The
yeah, I
tiles
don't know.
become like 1 pixel, and the statues are like chasing you.
I don't like. I guess maybe I just like like don't have enough experience with sleep deprivation. But like when I did my day, I thought like my first like 12 hours would be like 100, 809, and then I'd drop off to like 103. But like I maintained like on average 108 and a bit like the whole day. So it's just like I don't know. But yeah, I mean I'm sure it's different for like a week. But I will never do that.
Yeah, it's definitely smokable. It would be, yeah, it would have been nice if I could have actually pushed the rest of the record up, but it is kind of funny having like the Agi week just having like a bunch of crafting on it as well.
Oh, the fucking is that the bottle of copy pasta there?
Yeah.
All right,
Isn't he
cool. Let's
your compatriot, the Australian?
He is from the same country, yeah, but
yeah, he claims him actually.
Yes.
I don't know. He was like doing well for a while, and then he's just like went off the walls about like melee not being bonus XP, and then he proceeded to do Nightmare Zone only, like 100+ hour weeks of Nightmare Zone for 4 months. So that was a little unusual, but
Huh.
yeah, clearly enough time to zero time Nightmare Zone. We should put Slater Mage Slayer because I'm just getting over EHP the whole time.
All right, let's go down the list and everyone give a shout out before we wrap things up here. We'll start with DK and go down.
Shout out to Wizard. Just being able to stream 6 hours every freaking day for like 6 years is insane. Also shout out to
6 years.
Tails and Steve because they're about to finish 200 mil. They're like, I don't know, less than 100 hours away, and I mean to
That's
me
3
like
months.
okay, ignoring their pace, but I just want to say because like they were like ahead of me, like, and I always like looked up to them, so it'll be really cool to see them finish.
Yeah, Tails has gone for the macro route. He is only AFKing skilling.
Yeah, I've seen this fucking PBM now. Respect.
Yeah, I guess to me, shout out the Oot Club. I'm still pretty pissed off about that smithing day, but
I bet you are.
yeah.
Shout out to my wife. No one else matters at the end of the day. Be real.
Yeah, shout out to Beans Club. You're the Armin van Buren of the new gens.
You guys save skilling.
Yeah. Shout out Solace Kanken. Let's get you home, get you gaming, get you Rex. Let's go.
I'm on 2. Shout out 982. You need to apply, bro, and you need to start skilling. Stop with this PVM retarded shit. And shout out L Greg. You gotta start speedrunning shit, I guess. I don't know. That's it.
All right, cool. I guess that's all we got for today. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for everyone here for being on the cast. Take care.
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah.
Yep.